What's going on, everybody? CaptainRoBear and crew here for Stormforge episode 3.
Something stupefied. I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop going on about stupefied. It's too funny.
No, please don't. It is precious.
How many levels can one Insectoid get of stupefied in one session of combat? Will we set a record? God, I hope not.
I feel like yes, but if you will let it go beyond Stupefied 5, we can like if you go far enough, I will have a +0 to things, and that would be funny as hell. You'll legitimately just see like the tiny ball curl up even further. It's gonna be great.
Aw, sweet baby.
If it makes everyone else feel better, in the middle of the night after I got done with God, it was the Spelljammer session. I went in and I was tweaking things to different games, and I looked at Bife's character and I said, something is so wrong here. Something is wrong. I don't think it's adding his class in. I completely remade a Bard thinking it just didn't add Bard up, and then I realized just how bad that the last session had gone. You got your revenge. That was an hour and a half of my life I'll never get back, trying to figure out why none of your class is applying.
Damn, he just really sucks. I don't know what's going on.
I know he wasn't building for meta, but man, this is rough.
I know you can't win or lose at D&D, but I think Bife
Take it away.
might have cracked it.
It's amazing. We love you, and obviously everyone can tell lovely Sam is on the road supporting the kids headed to St. Jude Summit. So we love her, we worship her, and we can only hang out through her character art at the moment. She's hanging out in chat. Love you.
Hello, Sam.
Hello, Sam.
We have folks with major announcements this week, so we're just gonna start off up at the top. We're gonna go left to right on down. So you take it away, Drak.
Yeah. Yesterday it was announced that me and Raven and a couple other people that you might know in the TCHB space are going to be over on Demiplane in a new campaign, 5-episode campaign called Enemy of My Enemy, which is going to be a Vampire the Masquerade Hunter the Reckoning crossover, where vampires and hunters are reluctantly forced to work together to beat a mutual threat. I'm very stoked. I'm the production manager of it, and it's been a long time coming and a lot of work. And I was going to say a lot of stress, but I'm still stressed, so a lot of current stress that I'm feeling. But we've got a really cool cast together. I'm very excited. And that's going to be happening at, I believe it was 8 p.m. Eastern on May 5th. And it's going to be happening every Friday for the next 5 Fridays. But yeah, it's exciting. I'm stoked.
I'm so glad you have a mini series for it, because I love the concept. I love that you're forcing hunters and vampires together. That's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, I can't remember what triggered the idea, but I just tweeted it out, and then Dylan was like, I've run this for off stream for my friends. I was like, okay, cool, let's start planning on how we can get this funded, how we can get this sponsored, and everything like that. Yeah, then this dream team came together.
Love it.
Oh, yeah. Isn't it crazy how people can tweet out random things and they turn into amazing D&D games?
Right? It's weird. I don't know. How does that happen? How does that happen?
Get the fuck out of here with that fan! I'm so glad that's the first time that I've seen it. That makes it even better.
This is it's from the Boulet brothers.
Oh.
And it says, hello, uglies.
I want to let it be known, if we don't get some kind of prop interaction at some point with Chrissy and him just going total sass with that fan.
Listen, don't you worry your pretty little stupefied insectoid head. We'll get it.
Excellent.
Yeah, don't worry your stupefied head, because it might deal damage. I don't know what stupefied does.
Yikes.
I don't think Kaivar does either.
Oh, is it?
It's your turn.
Now?
It's your turn.
Hi, it's me. I'm talking. I'm saying things. Yes, I was announced on the cast of Enemy of My Enemy, and I'm so excited. And we got to hang out a little bit last night and do some things, and like I'm even more pumped about it because it just everything just felt so good. Like the cast is amazing. The storyteller is amazing. Drak is amazing. I'm just gobsmacked. I'm in awe. I love it. I checked my spam folder, and I am nominated for 2 BIPOC Streamer Awards.
Yeah,
So thank you. It is don't make me fucking think of things. You know what? No, don't worry about it, because I'm gonna tell you right now, because I'm looking at it right now. I'm lying. I'm getting to it. Okay, so it is for the Community First Award and the Chatterbox Award. So that's a thing that happened, and that's pretty cool, because I did not anticipate that, and that was happy.
Hell yeah.
I was happy. That was a good. Oh, I also have a third interview for a job. It's the third and final interview for a job that I'm really, really, really hoping that I get.
Yo!
So please wish me luck. That is happening on Friday. Yeah, I'm really excited.
Fingers crossed.
Oh, thank you.
Can I jump in again? I remembered another thing that I'm announcing. I'm going to be over on Transplanar at 8 p.m. Eastern over on Saturday in a game of COD Godkiller, where I play a Godkiller and my dear friend Stella plays the God. And it's going to be a two-player one-shot of that game. It's called The Child of Time. And be there. It's going to be... Someone's going to cry, and it's going to either be me or Stella.
There's a 50-50 chance.
Both of us, I guess, but I don't know.
It'll be the audience. It'll be the audience.
No, that's how two-player D&D goes.
Yeah.
Can confirm. During COVID, I camped and ate beans with my buddy Radio, and then we cried. It was an emotional cowboy COVID RP.
Was that you playing 2 very high Leonins trying to find the recipe for beer?
No, those are actually good times. Those we never cried during those. Yeah, we played two hippie Leonins trying to score bud and brew beer in the Feywild. That's a Yeast Quest. We were.
There's a joke to be made here. I just want you to know. I'm thinking it.
No, that was Torben's quest was the camping eating beans. That was Dragonborns eating beans crying together during COVID.
But yeah, we're going to be using the God Killer system, which is a new system Connie wrote, and it's going to be, I think it's hit Ashcan already, but it's going to be out fully in a couple of months. And where the GM plays God and you play the God Killer, and you go through the steps of trying to kill or maybe show mercy to the God you're trying to hunt down.
I love that. That sounds really fun. I can't wait to see that.
Y'all are so busy. I love it. I love it.
If I may ask, Raven, when do you find out about your awards? And is there like an awards show that goes along with it?
I don't know if there's an awards show. Just kind of looking over the email. There's, I guess, a link. You can go to BIPOCStreamerAwards.blogspot.com or just BIPOCStreamerAwards.com. And then you can check the categories. I don't know if voting is open yet, but we find out it is going to be live streamed. We'll find out in June who wins.
Cool.
And regardless, the fact that I was even nominated, is everything. Like, I don't care about winning. I'm not one of those people. Like, the fact that somebody was like, hey, I should nominate Raven for this makes my heart very happy. So.
I'm glad you're neutral because I'm not, and I'm going to gain the fuck out of it inside my Discord. So whenever you get the link, we're going to bombard it because we play to win over here. I have influenced many of Voodoo Ranger polls.
Well, thank you for the camaraderie in this possible victory.
Love it. I love it. Anybody else with big announcements they want to let the community know about?
Yeah.
Not this week, but potentially next week. All I will say is keep your Tuesdays in May open. Yeah, that's all I can say for now.
Ominous.
Yeah.
Nani?
A little slow narrative drip feed that pays off.
Yeah. Anybody else with big announcements? Look at you guys flexing your notebooks. I saw that that subtle notebook flex.
Look at it.
Oh,
It's so pretty.
They're gorgeous.
So good, Ive. You look so good.
Total thank you for sending me.
This is my corporate shill payment.
Ooh, okay.
That's my nice notebook.
My jacket. I got a jacket for Kallisto. It arrived a while ago, but I just couldn't be bothered to go to the office to get it from the PO box. But I got it yesterday. I was like, cool. I put it on and then immediately tensed my shoulders and it ripped right down the back.
No!
Can I say though, like 100% Callisto energy though.
Yeah, it's big Kallisto energy on
Finally
that.
put it on.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
I'm sorry.
tragic and awesome.
Rolled a nat 1 on the fit check.
Absolutely.
But also,
It's okay, I got something
a
for
natural
that.
20.
Look, man, Kallisto is just you can't pack all that muscle into one frame.
Yeah, no, you can't. Callisto's jacket is custom made. I'm poor, so I can't do that.
That's a fucking mood.
Well, I would be poor if it weren't for our fabulous patrons out there. Shabby, Shy Flames, Drewcom, Westwolf, Aaliyah, Caleb, Monica, O3, Feisty, Kim, Nick, Nor, Stokers. Thank you guys for being the $10 and above tier, for taking care of our maps and helping with our music over here. Y'all are rock stars. Thank you guys for supporting our lovely over here for some time. Thank you guys. You were very, very much appreciated. And to Voodoo Ranger for sponsoring an entire year. I could not handle 2023 without you guys. Love you. If you haven't tried wonderful Atomic Citrus, it is in your grocery stores now. Look for them 6-packs. They are delicioso. And I said it last night. I enjoy them even more than Fruit Force. So that is bold words, because I've been Fruit Force evangelizing for almost 6 months now. So if you haven't tried, try it out. It's fantastic. Live dangerously, but drink responsibly, yo. And for my last shout out to the day, to Mama Festi, whose birthday is on 4/25. We will be celebrating in her honor this evening as I cook for my nephews one of her classics, as she would have if she was still here with us today. We're doing a little Parmesan tenders action to teach these nephews what is up and to spread one of me and my brother's favorite dishes as we grew up. So after this, I'm going over to cook for the little Rugrats and we're gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
Love you, Mama. You gotta pick up where we left off.
Oh God, can we like fast forward to like?
Mama Festi can't bring you any snacks to save you from this.
Just, no, not a little. We slayed the dragon, and then now we're doing things. No.
By God, she would too. Let me tell ya. Stuck in combat with one mechanical dragon left, largely the citizenry and populace clear from the bazaar, thanks to Lolly's magical mist that has surrounded and confined this conflict in between you and the machines. We pick up at the top of the round with Kallisto.
Yes. I am up on the roof of this building that it passes underneath this bridge, and I'm going to sprint across, I think up to here, around there. That was an accident. I'm gonna delete that. There we go. Just make sure it's still in range. Okay, I'm still in range. I'm gonna use the rest of my movement. Go up to here. And then I'm going to fire 2 shots at the dragon from here. I'm gonna use... Yeah, I'm gonna use paired shots as I'm sprinting across. I think even probably during my movement, I'm gonna be firing these 2 shots at the dragon and see if I can land some hits.
Good old-fashioned running gun. Let's see it.
Is there anything I can add? Is Bless still happening?
Yes, Bless is still on you. So now, if you click your icon, the only place that will have your status effects will be in the top right-hand corner.
Okay.
Now, unfortunately, I haven't figured out a way for you guys to see each other's status effects other than clicking on one of your compatriots' character sheets and going to effects. And then you can see them. But right now we had so many status effects, we couldn't see the wonderful character art of our folks anymore. So instead of the 17 badges of flair, we have removed those and repurposed.
Okay. So I'm gonna see if this hits. Hit. Okay, so the first one hits. And the second one. This is glass. 30, so they both hit as I fire 2 shots from my pistols, dealing a total of 20 points of damage, 11 for the first one, 9 for the second, as they fire into this.
Let's go.
And then I'm just going to quickly reload, and that'll be the end of my turn.
All right. I'll make a quick adjustment here.
I'll be 1 second. There is a doggo at the door.
Yes, doggo.
Oh.
Please stop trolling us. Please stop trolling us. It does not take 1 damage or no damage.
Yeah, with the resistance, it doesn't do much. I'm trying to fish for that crit.
Please.
Oh. Okay, so that doesn't work either. I'm gonna have to hack this.
It's okay. We're experts. We've seen the 19-something film Hackers, right?
Yeah.
I'm not aging myself. It's fine.
River
Gotta
Phoenix.
get into the mainframe. Mainframe wasn't even a thing. Y'all know that? You know that?
What wasn't even a thing?
Mainframe, like the term mainframe was coined, like I believe, I could be wrong. Sometimes I make shit up even though I think it's real. But I think it was coined in Hackers.
Nice.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. There are many things named after names thought up of for
Stuff.
shows and movies.
Yeah.
Just doesn't exist.
Yeah.
My favorite is still, I think it's Castle. The clip name is 2 Idiots, 1 Keyboard. Whether it's this thing of they're trying to respond to someone who's hacking the threat or whatever, and their response is you're not going fast enough. So a second person jumps in and starts typing at the same time on the same keyboard as the first person. I'm just like,
Amazing.
and the conclusion to it all, the person pulls the cable out of the monitor.
Yeah, no, that works. Absolutely. The machine's still on. Just kidding. It was all stuck in the monitor. It was an all-in-one before all-in-ones were a thing, which is an awful idea, by the way. Don't do that. Don't get it all on.
If I can't see them stealing the launch codes, then the launch codes can't be stolen, right, guys?
Anything else for your turn, Kallisto?
No, I'll reload for my last action, and that'll be the end of my turn.
Good. Chrissy, you are up.
Okay. Hold on. Damn. I'm trying to figure out, because I've cast a lot of spells in my day. You know what I'm gonna do? I am going to cast. I'm gonna cast Elysian Whimsy again. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm very small, standing in front of this dragon, and like there's still this like very smug grin on my face. And there's still that heat of anger behind my eyes that are swirling with the universe. And then I just once again throw my hand forward, and there are what look like fireflies that come from this very ethereal mist. And I'm gonna cast Elysian Whimsy.
We'll save a 21. Here it comes.
Oh, you son of a biscuit eater.
Critical success.
All right. Well, I kind of look up at Farouk, and I'm like, well, shit. And instead, I'm going to cast Ghost Sound behind it to try to pull its attention elsewhere to maybe open Farouk up for an opportunity of attack.
You create an illusion. Simple sounds.
So my hope is that I maybe create a sound of like a muffled sound of like somebody running and starting to cast something behind them to hopefully get the dragon to turn around.
What is your spell save DC? You can click on that by going to spell casting, and it'll be at the top left hand. Looks like yours is 21.
Yes.
21. All right. I'm gonna have the mechanical dragon make a check on that.
Okay.
This is going to be their will save against yours. DC 21. With a 20,
Perfect.
they will fail as it's going to rear back. Thank you. I need to help our friend. Run! Get away from this thing!
All right, and then I just kind of nod, and then my last action will be to put myself next to Loluphia behind Farouk. And then that's it. That's my turn.
Well done. You will take no attack of opportunity. Do you see him? Where's our insect friend?
I start looking around. I don't know.
Please, dear
Do
God.
I see Kaivar?
We can
Or
both
is he
roll
just, like-
perception checks because he is
Okay.
tucked back behind him. I don't know his name yet to call it out.
Indeed, very deliberately hiding.
Okay, what is my perception? Why am I struggling today?
It's.
Oh, I
not
got
in
it.
Yeah, it's on the left-hand side.
Okay. I got a 16.
Go ahead
Should
and
I-
give us a shitty stealth check.
I mean, you want to know the fun thing? The one skill that isn't downgraded by stupefied. Oh my god. Okay, let's
Give
see
us
how this
stealth
goes.
at disadvantage.
Oh, man. Okay.
Oh, yeah, no, we see him.
Woo! We needed every bit of
That
that.
could've been real bad.
Of course, you'd over here and assist with the one thing you can still do. I hide.
It's roll low.
There he is. I'll be back. I'll be right back. I promise.
Farouk?
I'll be
Don't
back.
Okay, don't just okay. And then I look up at Loluphia and I kind of just sneer a little bit. I acknowledge that she's there, but it's not without, some grimacing.
I love this already. Sam, what do? Do you flip your hair?
I imagine, as I know my wife very well, of course, as Kallisto, she would just not even acknowledge the sneer or anything like
Yeah.
that. They'd be focused on the dragon in this moment.
Oh yeah, no, I would absolutely assume that there is I don't exist in that moment.
You, friend, get up, pick yourself up.
You don't actually hear any words coming out of Kaivar because he's dropped his little device for a moment as he's kind of curled up. So you don't actually hear anything, and you can clearly see he's still very confuddled.
I'm gonna reach down and pick his voice box up and hand it to him.
Kaivar's like smaller hands just sort of like clumsily grasp the thing, and you can kind of tell that it's not the correct grasp on things. And so you hear some things, but you do hear words, which is promising. No, brain, no, brain, no, brain, no.
It's worse than I
Kaivar's trying to
thought.
fiddle with the buttons, and it's just not working. Like, coherent sentences cannot be formed right now out of the Vox.
And I'm gonna take one of Parik's feathers out from back behind my headdress. Be with him, everlasting son. And I'm going to incinerate that feather over near your forehead, and I'm going to cast Restoration. You call on the rest of us and say we are warriors. But I have felt you in my heart. You have a strength. I felt it in my dance. We need you. We need your help. Get up, my friend. Let's finish this thing off.
Kaivar throws up. Just like that. It's just like in response. He's clearly got whatever it is out of his system, but just kind of like needs to shake it off of him a little bit.
Let it all out. remember my first dragon? Oh! I'm gonna pull you to your feet, and I'm gonna prestidigitation off the vomit. And Faroük is gonna come out, and he's gonna hand cartwheel out. And when he comes out from back behind, you can see just a divine spear form of pure sunlight as his hands, as he cartwheels that towards the monster. Where'd you go? Show yourself, spell.
Sorry, I ate it. I was hungry.
I can't handle this.
I think it was also removed in the prestidigitation.
It also was removed.
So powerful.
There it is. He was just hiding the whole time.
I'm a bad liar.
Boom. Now we're throwing. Go on, get.
Ooh.
Oh God, yeah, I forgot. I'm stupefied as well.
Too.
Shit, that's awful.
Oh God.
Should probably take some of my own medicine.
Oh no.
I mean, you succeeded, so.
I mean, yeah, it succeeded.
Yeah, I wish that was my attack roll.
Oh.
Fuck.
No.
Ah, damn.
Didn't be the breaks. Kaivar, it is your turn.
Do I reduce my stupefied by 2, correct?
Yeah, stupefy comes down by 2.
Cool. Good. Grabbing back hold of the Vox and sort of repositioning all of his little digits, Kaivar sits there and looks up at everybody and is just, again, continues to shake his head, looks over at Faroük. Yeah, friend, yes. Thank you, friend, yes. Friend, warrior, yes. And that's about all that he can manage, all he can really muster. And realizing the imminent danger that he's in, he's gonna go ahead and curl up and sort of strengthen the outer chitin on his form as Kaivar goes with Masquerade of the Seasoned Stance and hardens his form against fire to gain resistance. That should be just one action. If I'm reading the thing.
That is correct.
Okay, cool. And as for the rest of it, we're not out of the woods yet on this, needless to say, but Kaivar is going to go ahead and try and cast a Bane on the dragon. See if this works. Which may not, because, you know, flat checks and all, but we'll see. Oh my god, the one was there! Oh, that was rough. Okay, so yeah, the dragon is probably going to make this, but it needs to make a DC 18 will save.
What cards do you have, buddy?
Yeah, I should probably play those. I got a bunch of D10s. Yeah, I'll play a D10 on that bad boy. So that's going to be a -3 penalty to the dragon. Thank you for the reminder, by the way.
Yeah, of course.
All right.
Damn. That is rough. Okay, let me check and see if something happens on a success. Nope. Yeah, it doesn't look like anything happens on success. It's either just succeed or fail. So yeah, nothing happens. Yeah. And that should be all my actions used up. So yeah, Kaivara is just going to stay where he's at in cover, and that is end turn.
All right, that'll mean Inspire Courage now will come off of everyone. Only the blessed remains.
I mean, if it's in consolation, I don't know if it should have been on in the first place, because it dropped last episode, I thought. Because that was one of the nat ones that, that brought me to Superfight 5.
This is true.
I'm terribly sorry. I tried to help, but you were not being helped in the first place anyway, so...
Myshkin, it is your turn.
So I'm going to expend an action to continue maintaining my mage hands on the end of my bandaged wrists. Before I cast any spells, much of the crowd has dispersed at this point. Looking at the fallen automatons and this large clockwork dragon in the center of the square, can I see anyone in the crowd, fleeing or otherwise, who appears to be paying any particular attention to what's going on?
There's no one left inside our dome of mist. It would require you running outside of the dome of mist to get a perspective, and that perspective will still be largely just the northeastern side because of the sheer size of that mist dome that Loluphia put around us.
Okay, so in which case I won't bother. One thing's been working very well, so Myshkin is going to delve one of his ghostly hands into one of the pouches and just bringing out ash. It just alights in his hand as he just flings forward another fireball in the direction of the creature. And I'm going to play a card. I'm going to play... has that shown what that is?
It says hidden, but it does say the card says advantage.
Yes, so I'm going to roll at advantage. Let me cast. So it just needs to make a reflex saving throw.
Yeah, I have no idea why the cards are saying play hidden. I'm going to figure that one out, but you know they're working, so that's all that matters.
Wait,
Oh, actually, this is a save rather than an attack, so I don't need to use that card anyway. Ignore me.
You can just redraw an advantage back into your hand. You can do this by going to the stack window and then clicking draw.
Yep.
And advantage.
Oh, lovely. Thank you very much. So yes, all I am going to do is cast Fireball at the creature one more time.
All right. Do you want to use one of your advantages to lower the reflex save? You can do a D10, which would be 3, a D8, which would be a -2, D6 would be a -1.
The highest one. What?
D10.
Is that on the player, the party
That's
one?
in your cards. If you've got an inspiration 1d10 in your cards, that's how you would play the -3 to the dragon saving throw. It's named incorrectly because it's translation over from D&D to...
No worries. I will do that now. So yes, I will play my inspiration die.
All right.
1d8. Yeah.
We're in that in-between point where we have both games.
Yeah.
So we get to be the sacrificial lambs on the interpretation. All right, here we go. It's a +16 -3. Let's go.
Ooh, there you go.
Okay, so...
Let's go.
Okay. 19 damage in total, and that is all I can do on my turn, and Myshkin is going to just stay balanced on top of the roof, slate falling underneath his paws as he just claws back a little bit.
Real quick, by the way, RoBear, I realize I've missed something rather important. I didn't want to interrupt the turn, but and this is you too, we should have rolled at the end of our turns to see if we can remove our conditions.
Sorry, directly into the mug.
Yes. I would much love to have this be gone. Let's see here. Oh, fun thing about Stupefy.
Yeah.
We can't roll.
Wait, what do you mean we can't roll?
Restoration and sleep are the only things that can save us from Stupefy. Fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's good times. Great oldies.
Cool. All right. Yep. All right. Never mind.
But you know what this also means? It can't go up.
I mean, unless you get nat ones like Bife did. That's how Bife went up. That's exactly how Bife went up to where it is now.
I'm sure about that. 'Cause I don't know. Like, I'm not sure if I'm so sure.
Wolf Spawn, we are live.
Thank you so much.
It's me that we are live.
Just the thwack. It's very crisp. It's a great sound.
Very therapeutic.
Right? Just, you know that some shady shit's about to happen. Like, that's it. Yeah, we love it.
Speaking of shade, it's a dragon's time.
Oh, fuck. Oh, is it still distracted? Maybe a little bit?
That's a good point.
Oh no, it is very aware of Myshkin's presence as it is going to turn around and look at the kitty that just fireballed this thing again. It's going to roll to try to get its breath weapon back. 5 or a 6.
Oh no.
Fuck.
Okay. It's fine.
Oh, he said, okay.
Okay, it's fine.
You're good. What could go? It's fine. What could go wrong? Really? You just need to dive out of the way. It's easy.
Oh, did ya? We're going to see just how petty this thing is with a will save.
Oh.
Damn.
Not that petty.
It is going to go back 5 feet and fly up 10 feet. This will be an attack of opportunity for Farouk.
Seeing Farouk go for an attack, I'm going to use Fake Out to assist Farouk as my reaction, which just basically lets me roll to aid this attack.
I'm also going...
40. So I think that's a crit success. I crit succeed in aiding.
Can I also roll to aid? Because I do have that as a reaction, and I am standing right behind Farouk.
It's unnecessary. I got advantage on this bad boy.
Okay, so then I will wait as needed.
As the dragon flies up, again you hear like the very loud, purposeful click of the hammer to distract and get the dragon's eyes on me for a moment.
I am going to get to roll again, thanks to your critical aid. See if I can get past Stupefy first.
Ooh.
Ooh!
Yes.
There you go. Oh,
Yes.
Oh, that's the dragon.
Let's go.
We know what that was meant to be, but
We know it was supposed to be Farouk.
And
But
as
that's
always,
a dragon.
if you roll a 20, that will carry over. So this will be a critical hit. 24 points of fire damage. Let's go. Ah! As I chuck that flame, only to get breath weaponed back. Me and Myshkin.
Oof.
Ooh.
All right.
And D6.
Oh my god, I'm just outside that zone. Holy Toledo. Oof.
You feel the heat of it. You just see it right in front of your face, Chrissy.
My eyebrows already got burnt off.
I am going to burn a +3 card for myself, and I'm going to go into the pile, and I'm going to give myself an advantage card as well.
Can I use one of my cards for the dragon?
Oh yeah,
Or,
you can use it on the save. Absolutely.
okay.
You don't have to. You're not making a save.
Listen, God, I need to go to bed.
Do you? You don't even need to.
Also going to use my 1d10 inspiration.
All right. Actually, you use your 1d10 already.
I use my 1d8.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's used as 1d8.
Oh,
There
well,
look.
I gave you the value of a 1d10 when you did it, so there you go.
Can do a 1d8 if you like.
I noticed that and I checked. It still would have failed. So still, yeah.
Thanks for having my back, Drak.
All right.
Time for the
Untyped.
scary nonsense.
So I'm adding a. What
Plus,
am I adding?
+3 untyped.
+3.
Here we go. I got a +18. This is good as it gets.
Oh.
Can I,
One in a 20, baby!
Not one and a nat 20.
Woo!
RoBear, can I reaction wash your luck for Myshkin?
Yes, you can.
Okay, alright, let's see if I can make the stupefied check.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
I make the
Yes.
stupefied check, and does that just cast automatically? I guess it does.
Yeah.
Yep, cool, there we go. Alright, so reroll, Ed. Because
Okay.
that's a 2, not a 1.
Oh, yeah, my stupefy is off now. Let's
You're
go.
wrong with that 20.
Oh.
Oh my god, no!
Now the good news. Or no, that isn't the good news. Shit, that is the new roll. Oh, God.
Let's
Oh,
go.
no.
Ooh,
I'm so sorry, I played the
it's okay, I got resistance. I'll be fine, I'll be fine.
Oh, I don't know, man. This is so scary.
Oh.
Okay.
Sam's not here, so someone has to get the ones. I mean, I'm saying that it was actually Bifrost last week that got the ones. So I guess
Oh,
Bifrost
I got plenty of them ones. Oh my god.
Okay,
So I
low.
think,
We got a low roll. All right, so it'll be 24, 12 points.
okay. Oh, hang on. I'll select
Your right
the wrong-
hand takes no damage. That's nice.
Excellent. There we go. There we go.
Well, -3. Oh.
Yeah.
And for the first time, Chrissy, as those hot oil flames go out from the mechanical dragon, Farouk is engulfed in flames once again. You just see him become one with those flames in his Ifrit form. I am concealed within those flames. I forgot to read my character sheet last week.
And I kind of like, as I'm knocked back and like my wings kind of like flutter to like keep me upright, I just look at Farouk, and then I look at the dragon, and then I look back to Farouk, and I'm like, oh honey, you don't know what you just did, huh?
With him, can I see that Farouk has vanished into the flames?
Yes.
No, Chrissy, no. Great warrior. He is dead, yes. He is gone, yes.
No, honey, listen, hear me out.
Chrissy, he is dead,
Your-
dead, yes.
No, your brain's a little rattled. He's fine. I promise. We're good.
Yes, brain rattled, but he's
Ja-
gone, yes?
No, just watch.
Oh. Yes.
And there's a very pleased, smug look on Chrissy's face where you know some like it is the look that you get when you know some shit is about to go down. Like there's drama. And we are living.
So, good news.
We have the tea.
Bad news. Myshkin, we did a great job of surviving. The building, the stand, and the carts, and everything else have not fared nearly as well. You are currently standing on the roof of a burning building that is quickly turning to shit.
Can I use a free action to just use Prestidigitation very quickly?
Prestidigitation will have no effect on this oily substance.
Not on the surroundings, but the purple scarf that I am wearing. I want to make sure that as little dirt
You were fine. Yes,
Okay.
that's 100% in your case. 100%.
Cool. I do that, almost oblivious to all of the fire around me. All that matters to me in that moment is my scarf.
Scarf check is good.
Cool.
Unsure if sentimental or just fabulous. Maybe both.
Sentimental or just fabulous. They are going to be super pissed that you're still standing after that blast, and they are going to fly in. There'll be no attacks of opportunity because he's up past 10 feet in the air. He's going to go all the way up to where Myshkin's at. Going to try to take a bite out of crime.
Okay.
$29, just going to hit by 7.
Just by 7.
Oof.
25 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Loluphia's turn. Kallisto, you are in the responsibility zone, husband.
Yeah. Cool. Great. I'm not nervous at all. You're nervous. I think no one's hurt too bad. I'm gonna go with classic divine lance as Loluphia reaches out and a almost like solid array of bluish energy lances out to target this dragon. I think I'm targeted. Yeah, there we go. Don't think it matters what type of damage, but I'm just gonna go with
No,
good.
it doesn't any matter. I have it where it will apply regardless.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna go attack, and Kallisto will do fake out again to give some kind of aid. So we'll see how that fares. I assume that's still a success, right? 26. I don't know if we're doing the normal 20 DC or if we're going with something else for this. Because it's either GM's discretion or the average 20 DC.
What are you doing?
Kallisto is aiding Loluphia in this attack, so that was my aid check.
So as far as your aid check, I just have you do something that's RP within it.
Okay.
So whether you're trying to aid in what is it that you can do that can help give Loluphia advantage?
Yeah, so I'm using fake out. So what it essentially does is that if I've dealt damage to the creature already, it is more aware of me because I could deal more damage, and I use that to my advantage to keep it constantly checking on me. And in that moment of it checking on me, they get an advantage or plus whatever.
Perfect. I just want you to pop off a shot at him. All you got to do is hit.
Cool. I can definitely do that. Ooh, I'm going between 2 character sheets. Cool.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Sending a shot whizzing by as it clips off the top. Turning back, snarling at you. This will give Loluphia advantage on her attack.
Okay, perfect. Keep higher. Roll. 23. It doesn't hit as the Divine Lance whizzes past them. Probably slams into the flaming building. And then that's one action. Got 2 actions left.
Sam screaming in the chat. Hail him! Hail him!
I'm not used to your character sheet. Okay, give me a sec.
Yes, you can use 2 actions, and that heal does not require touch with 2 actions.
2 actions, it's 30 feet, and we get free movement. So I could probably move into range. I imagine it was 40 feet.
You only need to move 10 feet to reach 30 feet.
Yeah. So Loluphia will move 10 feet and then cast heal at let's go 2nd, 3rd level because Myshkin looks in pain.
Make sure
And
to
for
roll
healing.
roll a flat d20 to see if you crit.
Yes.
Oh, it was so close.
So close.
Damn.
13, I think it did healing.
It's a great roll, though. Oh my
47
god.
plus 24. Yeah, so, sorry. Yeah, 47 points of healing to Myshkin.
Dude, the second action heal is so strong.
Yeah,
It is so strong.
Healing.
Thank you.
And I think again it's very very nonchalant, very like this is what you need to do in the moment, so I'm going to do it, and they don't look to see if you thank them or anything like that. They turn back to face off this dragon, and that'll be the end of Loluphia's turn.
And the start of yours.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not used to this. Okay, now it's Kallisto's turn. Callisto is going to, having seen how much damage is dealt to Myshkin and seeing that the dragon is now targeting him, they're going to try and draw their attention by dealing a little bit more damage. As they raise their pistols, they're going to use one action to reload the one that they fired already. And then I'm going to use... They take a deep breath. They take it in a deep breath, and then they're going to breathe out. And very suddenly, the surrounding area around them becomes incredibly cold. The temperature drops by an incredible amount. You see there's frost forming on the roof that he stands on. You can see his breath in the air, and the purple veins that glow very subtly on his arms begin to shift into a deep, cold blue. And you see the frost start to crawl up his arms as well as they start to engulf his pistols. And that is going to add, until the end of my next turn, they're going to add another d6 of cold damage to my weapons as I use Elemental Assault. And then I'm going to use paired shots and fire my pistols at...
Let's go, anime bullets.
As these, you can see this cold steam coming off these pistols as he fires 2 shots into the dragon.
Love it. It's very blood huntery.
It is very cool, but I can only do it once a day. So
I mean, hey, as RoBear will say with that good old southern mannerism, smoke 'em if you got 'em.
Yeah. First hit. 28 to hit. Second. 23, that misses. I'm going to use Extra Strike, my card, Extra Strike, and do that again.
Let's get the damage from the first guy.
Yeah. There you go.
Damn.
That's not much.
And that's
so
3 cold damage, correct?
And no, 2 cold damage. 3 piercing, 2 cold. And then where is it? Extra strike. There it is. And I'm gonna do that again.
Oh!
At least it's not critical.
Yeah, and then. Damn, that misses by 1 as well. So only one of my shots lands as you see the frost from that bullet wrap around probably like the back of the wing of this dragon, and then the other 2 whiz past it into the building again. As Kallisto curses under his breath, and that will be the end of my turn.
Chrissy.
Right. I am still feeling very salty, but the sadness and the anger have started to dissipate at the loss of Lily. And I close my eyes and I hold my staff in my hands. And as I do, I kind of flutter forward right in front of this dragon again. And why I'm pressing buttons. Yes. Okay, there. I'm going to cast Spray of Stars at the dragon. I have to target the dragon. So as I do that, there is still this circular void that kind of like hovers beneath me, and it only grows in size. And from there are worlds that just whiz past me. Planets, stars, other ethereal bodies that just pour over my form and fly towards this dragon. Also, I do have 1d8 of inspiration that I'm going to use to make it harder for this dragon to save on this.
Yes. Make it suffer. Make it suffer. The oracle inside you is going to apply disadvantage to their save.
Perfect. I love that. And there is this eerie, luminescent glow from Chrissy's eyes, where this lavender hue that keeps evolving and morphing into different shades of purple glows outwardly, and there's this silver pendant that is around his neck that starts to hover as the air beneath him starts to move, and the teardrop amulet starts to float directly in front of him.
Succeeds by 2.
That's fine. He takes half the damage and he is dazzled for 1 round. So let's roll damage on this guy. So 2 damage. Okay, well, I tried.
Ooh, but it's concealed all of us to them, so they now need to make a flat check in order to target us. That's actually kind of huge.
Dazzled is good shit.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a look.
Anything else for your turn, Chrissy?
Yes, I am also going to create another divine lance. This time it is this almost neon cyan color as it pours forth from the staff, and it creates this very long javelin almost. And the end of it looks literally like it is powered by a sparkler, but it is nothing but white hot heat as it flies forward. Evil, whatever. Am I doing
-5?
Okay. You son of a bitch.
Oh no.
Go ahead and roll damage, please.
Oh no.
As this divine lance will fly through the wings past the dragon and hit you, Myshkin, for 12 points of damage.
Myshkin, having sort of met eyes with Loluphia as she heals me, and just warily nodding, looks towards the dragon and starts to ready his hands to cast another spell. And suddenly gets bright, very, very bright, and then just flies back into the sort of slowly burning building and sort of immediately starts to look around, fur all on end, just...
Loluphia, before this happened, following the movement of the dragon as it attacked Myshkin, being assisted by Kallisto, she would have followed the dragon's body by twisting hers around in swirled puffs of air beneath her feet. Seeing how far Myshkin is and noting it, she would have flown in front and reached out her hands as an airy wind burst between her golden ring fingertips towards Myshkin, encircling him in this wind for a split moment. And then she would see all of her hard work undone. Hair flip once again, staring back at Chrissy.
I'm sorry. I overshot. I don't know what to say. I'm sorry. Sorry.
It happens to everyone, Chrissy. It's okay.
This is why y'all I shouldn't be fighting. I don't even control myself half the time. I should not be fighting. So sorry.
What to do? All right, seeing a Myshkin become this target on top of, which is now part of the burning bazaar of Stormforge. I know you've given everything, Manoa, but we need just a bit more. As he will cast Protector Flame, as Manoa is going to manifest up out of those flames and forming a pedestal that is cool to your touch, Myshkin. Manoa has 10 hit points of a barrier that you're now standing on. As you can see this elemental that is underneath you that's coming you up from the flames. Anyone will guide you, Cat One.
Myshkin nods. He's kind of confused by everything that's going on, but he's slowly lifting out the flames and just sort of still a little dazzled, like shaking his head a little bit from the lights earlier and just, thank you.
And I'm just gonna go for gold again. I'm gonna throw hands.
Can I aid you in that?
Absolutely.
What do I need to roll to aid you for that?
You can talk shit.
Perfect. Sign me up. So I kind of, as I feel you winding up, I look at this dragon and I let these stars that are pouring over me expand in a cone upward over my head, not doing any damage, but enough to really continue to, mess with his ocular sensors, if you will.
Performance check.
Say less. Where are we? Where's my performance?
+11.
Yeah, I know. Where, but right, because I got it. We got it. I found it. It's a 24.
24. Just gonna come up short. 2 underneath from being able to help me out.
No, I'm gonna play my luck card.
Oh.
I'm gonna play my luck card.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Big bucks, no whammies.
No whammy, stop.
Son of a
Damn.
what the fuck is happening today?
Dip dice.
I hate it here. I want to go home.
I'm gonna add my D6.
Mood.
Come on, baby. Come on. Yes! Yeah!
Get his ass.
Oh, let's fucking go. I am fucking Flower Power Mario Brothers bullshitting my way through this. Let's go.
It's not fair. He has the blue shell. That was a good roll too. My goodness.
I almost wore my blue shell pin today for combat too. It just says "fuck you," and it's the blue shell. It's the only pin I've ever gotten from a convention ever that was like, I need that. Not a pin guy, but a blue shell pin that says "fuck you." Choice. 28 points of damage. Let's go.
Yes.
Oh, and he got a critical card. Come on. Oh, hot damn.
I love this.
Triple fucking damage.
Yeah.
If this is a spell or a bomb, the target takes double damage. If it's taking double damage, it takes triple.
Ooh.
14 more points.
Fuck you, dragon. You ain't shit. We've been said that.
It's so close. It's
Oh my
so
God.
close.
It's literally a fart in the breeze away from dying.
Finish this thing! As you can see, its hydraulic fluid is just spilling out everywhere. This thing is on its last leg. Kaivar, it is your turn.
No pressure.
If you don't kill this thing right now, I'm just kidding.
I mean, look, listen. I'm gonna try, but it's not great.
You got this.
Kaivar, hearing Farouk's instruction and seeing that the dragon is very much in a bad place, is gonna kind of reach out and try and mess with something within the mechanical servos, within the actual coding of the dragon itself, and is going to see about casting Phantom Pain. Let's see if we can make that flat check for Stupefied. Probably not.
Oh.
Can I use a luck from the party hand on that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, please go do it.
Get this nat 20.
Oh please, I want it so bad. Like I want it so bad.
Yes.
Yes.
Not
Okay.
a 20, but you know, we'll take it. Okay. And I'm from. I can't use one of those at very least, but from my hand, I can at very least use a D8. So I'm gonna reduce its thing on that by -2. This is not a great roll because it's Stupefied still has it there, but this would be as if I'm casting it from Stupefied 1, basically. So we'll give that a go. So yeah, it's DC 20 we'll save, we'll call it, or whatever. DC 18, but it's got a -2. You know the thing.
Got it.
Please, please, please. Ugh.
Success by 4.
Okay, so success, it still takes the mental damage though. So yeah, let's roll that bad boy and see if we can actually do something. It's not a critical, yeah, it's not a critical success, so let's see if that does anything. It will take none of the persistent, but it will take 13 mental damage. If it takes mental damage, does this thing take mental damage?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my god, thank goodness. It takes no damage.
God, I'm so tired of being trolled.
No, it takes the damage. No, that's it. DTD, baby. Describe its demise.
Oh my god.
Had 12 hit points left.
Oh, thank god.
Oh my God.
Ivar reaches out and just sort of glares angrily at the dragon that has not really caused it any problems. You know, there's very much problems of Ivar's own making that's got him in this situation. And just reaches out and psychic energy pulses from his hand and just sort of, you know, crushes his hand into a fist. And with that, you can see that the dragon's head sort of like twists and contorts and also crushes and just falls to the ground limp.
Yes.
Myshkin, you were the closest one to see this as you stand there essentially held within the grasp of this fire elemental. You begin to see that clockwork dragon break apart, and then you see the counters in it. And the gears come out, and you notice this thing is going to self-destruct.
I try and yell over the burning building, "Everyone get back!" And I am gonna just jump as far as I can away from it.
And as you move away with the elemental following you, essentially as like a floating step, almost as if it's a floating disc, you see those clockwork gears slowly slow and break. And only because it was psychic and mental damage into that computer from Kaivar do you see it stop and fall apart and not self-destruct as its own internal computer shuts down. And the dragon slumps over, just spilling the rest of its hydraulic fluid out.
Myshkin looks over the roof and just... Never mind!
Kallisto's like definitely like balled up, like covering his head, everything like that, the proper position, and just goes, we're good? Should we still... What would we diving from?
Nothing. And with that, the soft glow around both of the pendants around Myshkin's neck fade, and the scaled, ghostly green hands disappear, and Myshkin, once again, just tucks his wrists back into his sleeves and begins to hop away from the building, seemingly unperturbed by the fire, but dropping down level by level as best he can.
Pistol will also do the same, going across and hopping down, probably sliding down the kind of tarp over the front of the front of this shop before landing on the ground. Is everyone okay?
I think knowing that the threat is over, Chrissy, still covered in this cosmic blanket, moves towards this dragon. I'm targeting myself. I don't want to do that. And there's a thing that I had, and I'm trying to do that. I want to... I think I'm going to try to cast Read Fate on this thing.
Ooh.
So I'm taking like a very tiny hand and like finding like a screw or something that has fallen loose that I can comfortably fit in my hand. And I wrap my hand around it. And I say, please, Cosmos, tell me what I need to know.
I think we might have lost RoBear.
No, I'm still here.
Are you still here? Okay, cool.
Oh, you're not in.
You're not in ping, but it's okay.
I'm in ping.
Are
I
you?
don't see you.
Are you sure about that?
Cause on my screen you ain't here.
I'll refresh for y'all.
There we go. Okay.
There we go. Thank you.
Thanks for letting me know, because I won't know, because that screen's never up for me.
Yeah, no, you're good.
So thanks for letting me know.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just trying to glean some kind of information off
Roll
this
that
thing.
flat check.
Okay. Oh, why is it private?
Oh, because it's the
Oh,
DM rolls it. RoBear, you gotta roll it.
Oh yeah. You do have to roll it. The GM rolls a secret DC 6 flat check. Yeah.
Oh, everybody's gonna see my roll. So
If you click on the button, it should just do it privately.
yeah, but they'll see the log. But it's okay. At 20.
Boom.
I need
Perfect.
everyone except for Chrissy to take their headset off.
Let's get some story going.
Chrissy,
Yeah.
as you hold on to this one specific screw from this abomination of a scientific creation, you're pulled down levels as you feel yourself disembodied and sink into the cold thunderheads below Stormforge. And it transports you into that working district where the boiler rooms and the mines of Thundara are harvested. You look past, you see manifests. largely of fulfilled heart's requests. Scourging through, you can see the doctored documents. These things have been pieced together by someone working far below inside the mines. All by forging hearts manifests. No one is inside this room. But if you were to get there somehow, it would come back like a photographic memory. There is someone inside this city that created these. And they didn't want others to know that they did it.
Okay. Sorry, I'm making notes. Good to know.
I will read out what Sam said Loluphia would react to Myshkin. So, fluttered and a bit angry, Loluphia would step forward and yell at Myshkin, "Next time you want to run away, don't stop."
Myshkin nods and just, "Thank you for the assist." And just huddles in a corner.
Kallisto, I think the frost on him is starting to melt away at this point as he walks over to the debris and to kind of like sift through it as he just looks over to Christy and asks, "Do you find anything useful?" As I'm going to be looking for like pieces that might be useful for me, because I'm a bit of a crafter.
Hold on, all of you, for 1 second.
Yeah.
Please. And Farouk is going to conjure up just enough elemental storm to try to put out the flames that are on this building. It's going to burn a good half of it. And whatever goods were in these stalls are long gone and burnt, but it is going to at least stop that fire from spreading any further.
RoBear, would Kaivar have picked up that something has happened with Chrissy and his attempt to read fate?
How?
Just with an innate connection to psychics and the energy of Chrissy's magic via the Oracle.
What you've went through right now? Yeah.
Too small brain. Cool.
Not at the moment, just too much.
As Myshkin just follows Kallisto with his eyes, and once again just kind of his very bright green eyes resting on Loluphia, his attention turns to the very large individual who is putting out the fires and who summoned this elemental underneath him, and wrists still tucked underneath his shoulders, just walks forward on his bare, large jelly bean feet and approaches this individual and I owe you my thanks. You are a very potent magic user.
Can you say this to
Yourself?
We needed everything we can muster. Thank you for helping save these merchants. They don't always have the help of the city.
So I gather. I am a stranger in these parts, but it is good to meet like-minded, well, at least those with a similar talent to my own. There have not been many.
Indeed. My name is Faroük. And do you still have your mage hands manifested, or are they gone at the moment? Said.
They have disappeared at this point.
Disappeared. He just gives you a bow.
Then it seems fate has played quite a role today. I believe we have a mutual friend. Brudar Skylark.
We have much to talk about then, my friend.
So it appears. My name is Myshkin.
Thank you, Myshkin. It's Parik will now come and land down over on Farouk's shoulder. Thank you, friend. This is Parik. My eyes in the sky.
I thank you as well, feathered friend.
I think at this point, the stars have started to subside and almost like fall into Chrissy's small form. And his wings flutter just so. And he's looking around as he kind of looks over this dragon more intently and turns probably to Farouk. Farouk, there's a really big problem here.
I'm assuming one more than meets the eye.
Very much, yes. There is someone from within. And Chrissy kind of looks around to everyone and like beckons everybody in closer.
Kallisto is knelt down by the dragon and he's taken it apart. He's pulled out a tinker's kit, an inventor's kit, and is breaking it down for any useful bits.
Myshkin takes note of this and moves a little bit closer, but still stays fairly far away from the dragon and everyone.
Kaivar, at Chrissy's beckoning, will immediately start moving, but still kind of that nervous, slower scuttle. You know, just like not really knowing what the hell's going on. Still, a little bit out of it. Maybe has not totally processed the fact that he's the one that dealt the killing blow. We assumed that it was someone else who had more anger and more magical ability at that moment in time. Many fireballs and many lightning strikes and many psychic lances were thrown.
This dragon was pieced together from parts in the mines. I can't explain how I know, but it's part of who I am. As an oracle, I am cursed or blessed with this ability. Someone in Stormforge is trying to destroy it.
saw this. Your visions.
Yes, Farouk. I saw it. There is someone who is forging documents. Someone who is using the minds specifically to create manifests for parts and using them for things like this. I don't know how deep it goes. I'm not able to see who it is. But someone, somewhere, is trying to hurt everyone.
Kallisto, go ahead and use a survival check on this mechanical dragon.
Is this to take it apart?
Yes.
Can I use crafting instead?
Yes.
My crafting's a little bit better. Oh, okay, 13.
First thing that you notice, how large of a background do you have in mechanical engineering?
It's not, I didn't go to like school for it, but my mother, she's a weaponsmith in Stormforge, and I'm often around her, so I'm rarely seeing her work, and I know enough to keep my gun maintained. So I'd say above average, at the very least, above the average person. I'm aware of that kind of stuff, but nowhere near expert or someone you would pay to do anything like engineering for.
Yeah, amateur level.
Yeah, amateur.
You notice that this mechanical dragon is not of the finest quality whatsoever. It definitely has the feeling that it's the first time someone's constructed something of this nature. The Clockwork Soldiers by far have a refined construction to them. And you notice that those truly look Stormforge grade. They look as if they have been simply rewired. However, the mechanical dragon is something that someone has pieced together, more than likely for the first time. There's
Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Not a ton that is left over from this guy, but you are able to capture a little bit of oil.
I will probably find the scraps of what remains of the mechanism that shot out the oil before it was set alight for it to produce the breath weapon. And the little bits of oil I can collect, I collect it into almost like a test tube. You can see it's been used frequently. It's been, of course, clean, but definitely has the discoloration of frequent and often use. And he corks that and puts it in his backpack with the rest of his toolkit. As he grasps his necklace, and underneath his breath, I think it will give Loluphia this update of like, yes, no, I think Chrissy's onto something. This is amateur level. Impressive, but only for an amateur. First of all, I wouldn't use this much as I like pull out one of the pieces of the endoskeleton and kind of wave it, and then actually talk to Chrissy and go, yeah, no, you're definitely right. They're using much flimsier metal than anyone with any sense would use for the endoskeleton, and even flimsier for the outside.
I think it's because they are trying to do everything in secret. They are literally taking pieces from other things to concoct this thing. Listen, I'm not an engineer, all right? I'm gonna be honest with you. There's things that I do good. This is not one of them.
I mean, I know someone who is. If you all want to follow this lead, I definitely plan on doing that.
I think...
Myshkin, we need to find the person you're looking for, right?
By a remarkable coincidence, I have already found him, and I gesture in the direction of Farouk, before turning back to you and sort of eyeing your toolkit, Kallisto, and then my eyes flick back up to you. And so, while this has certainly been an interesting, if somewhat fiery diversion, my path with you splits here. But it has been a pleasure.
Of course. If you ever need any help, let me know. You can go to the Amber Forge. That's my parents' weaponsmith shop, and they can send a message down to me if you need anything from me specifically. Just say you're a friend of Kallisto.
Myshkin nods and turns to Farouk, and so, I was told you might be able to help me, and he sort of looks at the others in the periphery and then back to you. So, can you? All I need is accommodation. That is it.
Accommodations I can carry, my friend. Especially for anyone who is known Rudar. We have much to discuss, all of us. And I'd rather not be here when the Sky Marshals arrive either.
Agreed. And I need a drink, and I need to find Lily again.
Yes. Yes, let's get ourselves to a peaceful spot, shall we? Kallisto, the oil that you gathered is in your inventory. It is oil of weightlessness.
Interesting. Okay.
Inside game mechanics, they talk about lowering encumbrance. I want you to think of it as an RP device that allows things to become weightless.
Okay.
So be
like that.
as creative as you desire with this, but it is one of the pieces that's allowed such a clumbering machine to get lift. You can tell that they've had to cut as many corners as possible to try to create this construct.
Okay. Okay, how about this? Do you all have a destination? Like I said, we can, if we need a quick place to stop, the Amber Forge, my parents own it and they'll be happy to give us a place to stay and recoup for a bit.
I am fine with that.
Where you go, Kava, follow, yes.
Where's your place of establishment?
Well, my parents, I live down on the surface in the Forgotten Lands, but my parents live up here. They're, I'll introduce you. They're not too far from here, actually. They're on this part of the district. And if everyone is
You
willing,
live in the Forgotten Lands.
Yes, myself and my wife, and I'll gesture to Loluphia.
It's been a while since I have spoke to someone who has stepped foot soil below.
Yes, it's more or less part of our job.
There's a small look of recognition and I guess I don't know the emotion for missing something, but like you can see that the Forgotten Lands strikes a chord with Chrissy.
As it does with Myshkin, though he tries to hide it.
Give a deception check.
Try.
Nostalgia, yes, nostalgia, thank you. That's pretty good.
Cool.
Damn.
That's pretty good.
What do we need to roll against a deception check on this? Because
Perception?
insight's not a thing. Ah, okay.
Yeah, perception. Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna do it.
I'll give it a try. Why not? Kaivar's
Cool.
not in the place where he's very good at noticing things, but hey, we'll see.
I'll roll.
Yep. There we go.
Roll for Loluphia as well.
Little buggy boy does not understand the complexities of
Oh.
things.
Well,
Someone does, though.
Loluphia does.
Catches on. Not surprising, to be
Myshkin-
honest.
As he's looking in both your direction,
I am so locked in on your conversation, Kallisto. I've completely forgot about the compatriot in front of me.
That's
Myshkin, as he's just looking to one side, his eyes ever so briefly catch with Loluphia's before they immediately flick back down to the ground.
While Kallisto was talking, Loluphia would have walked over to Kallisto and placed her hand in his. And oh yeah,
no. As that's like happening, Chrissy's just gonna raise a hand, like very patiently, like not saying anything, just like.
yeah. I think Kallisto, just as a person, is like he'll be talking, and the moment he notices someone else, he goes, "Oh yes, Chrissy."
Can someone carry me? Can I have a shoulder or a pocket or something? Cause Lily's gone and I got little feet, and my wings only carry me so far before I get tired.
Farouk will send Parik over. As the Golden Eagle will go over there and neck and nuzzle before it lays down where you can hop on its back.
Yeah, and before Chrissy does, he just kind of like takes the eagle's face in his hand and goes, "Oh, you're so cute. I want to eat you." I'm just kidding. And then like we'll crawl up on the eagle's back.
He shakes his tail feather.
So is everyone okay with heading to? Is everyone okay with heading to the Ember Forge? If you all have your own places to go and stay, that is entirely fine. I just need to see my parents and my son real quick. This was very stressful.
Normally, I would take this up to the Cirrus district, further away than the Sky Marshals want to investigate. But I will trust you, friend. As Farouk will throw up his cloak up over his Ifrit horns and kind of dim his eyes down a little bit, as you can see the feathers over the shoulders of his pauldrons as he conceals his orcish Ifrit nature.
Seeing you having your moment there, Chrissy, with Parik, Kaivar remembers how terrified he is of Parik, but also is very calmed because he very much believes that if you and Parik were in a fight, you could take Parik easily. He's thinking to himself, yes, I won. He is strong. I am safe as long as Beast is in his control.
That's so cute.
Seeing Farouk put his hood up, Myshkin is going to do likewise, just bringing his large, very frayed and tattered purple scarf up over his pointed ears
and just follow the Ifrit orc.
I will lead the way to the Amber Forge.
And as we head to the Amber Forge, or I'm sorry, Ember or Amber?
Amber.
Amber Forge. I'm going to let you guys refresh your beverages. Use the bathroom real quick. Yes! First location, let's go!
Yes.
Hey, we are
All right, I'll be
alive,
back.
Thank God.
Ooh.
Also, Sam, if you're still listening out in the audience, you got sent an advantage card. I manually pulled up your hand in Foundry and added it in there for you. So you
so
should
you have to-
have that for you next session.
You have to manually add the card you're gifted, right?
Yes. So
Okay.
when you go to the roll log, there's none from this episode. But if you go back to previous ones and you see that you have one that should be added, you can pull up.
Those
your
were
hand and
all
then
added.
Add card. Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
I
Nice.
took care of all the old episodes. The only thing you have to take care of is from today on.
Which is there's one for the party hand, a bunch for me, and then one for Sam. So you do not need to worry for the moment.
So I got some whispers saying that I've gotten some today.
Oh, that must have been from when the bot was broken.
Yeah, maybe.
But highlight them, and I'm sure you should be.
If you
fine
got a
to
whisper,
go
add
ahead
it to
now.
your hand.
Okay.
There you go. All right, I'm gonna go take a break. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Reactions.
Man, RoBear, you're so
Advantage.
good.
It's all you guys, baby.
No, it's not all us. It's not all us. No, we need a navigator to make this shit work.
All pieces of the
Sam.
pie, baby. All pieces of the pie.
I do like pie. I
I like
also
me some narrative
craving
pie.
now.
The
Sam, I'm
juiciest
sorry I'm
pie.
struggling to play Loluphia.
You're doing great.
Kallisto and Loluphia are very different people. So having to ping pong between the two is very hard.
You are truly getting to understand what it's like to balance and be that husband right now. That is this is could be no greater calling than this episode for you right now. Oh my god, I can't believe we got a nat 20 on Oracle Pieces of the Machine. Oh,
Yeah.
No, I know.
I'm surprised she shared it with you guys. Chrissy, I would have figured that only Farouk would have gotten to know the bits and pieces.
Yeah, no, I was fully to not know any. I'm
Oh no,
Maybe.
you're breaking up on us. We can't hear you.
I am. Oh no.
A little bit.
Is it still bad now?
Seem to be.
Nope, now it's clearing up.
Wait. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Luckily, we've been very, very, knock on wood, smooth riding in this time slot. So,
Ah.
Yeah.
and I can't get Windows updated again. So,
When it's like psych, there's another one. No.
Was
Window.
Do you mind if I ask what happened? Because all I saw was Marrow Strand going up as a 17-minute video last night, and I was like, what happened? And I heard the very first 30 seconds, I was like, oh no.
I refused a preview cumulative update for Windows 11 before the stream, and then it forced it on me. Right at the last 30 minutes of the show, in the middle of me monologuing.
Oof.
But we had just gotten to a safe spot, but we were just getting to do our RP, and we've been locked into combat there. So I was like, oh, I was so jonesing for it. We're getting to the juice, and cut me off, bastards.
Damn.
Once it did that, you're like, no, I'm not splicing 15 minutes onto this video, resetting all my stuff back up. It was like throwing it to the editor and be like, okay, make a womp womp and Windows noise here and make fun of me. And
Yeah, I mean, at that point, that's literally the only thing you can do, right?
The guys are just gonna make fun of me the last 15 minutes anyway. There's no way I can keep this back on the rails. Because I just said the Windows noise went off, and I was like, oh, that's the sound that makes the pit of your heart fall. And I'm like,
It's always me. I'm always the last one. But I also, like, this is dinner time for me. So I have to eat.
Very good.
I have to sustain my thighs.
Sustain yourself.
it's okay. I always forget. I'm going to go grab my water.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of you are going to meet Kallisto's parents. At least one of them. I imagine one is there.
So soon? We've just met.
Yeah.
I'm going to judge your RP snacks.
Oh, I do not have any snacks.
Literally, the only thing that is even close to edible next to my desk is a tea bag.
Oh my, yeah, I don't know if it's...
Somehow, I don't think that's quite as edible as it might be. Oh, wow, look at that. Look at the lot of us.
Notebooks and tea bros.
Yeah. What was your flavor of tea this time? I've got to ask.
Mine was ginger vanilla chai, baby. Yogi tea.
Ooh,
That sounds good.
You are way more exciting than me. I was bitch basic for once, and I just went with an Earl Grey. Normally,
my
I'm one
tea
for it.
was orange tango.
Oh,
This is the most British thing I've ever been a part of in my life.
What?
I mean, to be fair,
Indubitably.
mine isn't tea. Mine is just straight up
My tea was reading this dragon to filth. That's what it was.
damn
That's
right.
my tea.
Flicking through its diaries, just like,
I mean, sometimes it do be like that. Sometimes you just gotta be like, hey, what's this dragon got to tell me? And then the DM rolls a fucking nat 20, and then I get told everything.
So we were talking before stream about like coffee and me not drinking it, and I raised my equivalent of coffee just soft drinks. So I got this, which I finished recently, and I've got another can that I've got prepared.
Right,
I think I've got a Mountain Dew somewhere as well.
Oh,
I think
man,
that's probably
we're
my
gonna meet
coffee.
up, and I'm going to give you a proper cup of coffee.
yeah.
Just like, and then you're gonna.
I'm
then
good, honestly.
I'm already
I
done, so
actually
I'm gonna put this
don't
back.
want
I'll be
a
right
cup
back.
of coffee. Yeah,
Are
no,
you,
I've seen a slippery slope it is, and I have no intention of getting on it.
Oh, but my friend, it's slippery slope. It is for some, but the wonderful thing about it is always going to be the option of having it there. Not to mention, there's like, it sounds really strange, but there's the culture and the variety around it too. I mean, like,
Yeah.
my wife Elle literally just drinks mochas because she's like, hey, it's adult hot chocolate, you know, go for it.
I just drink hot chocolate.
You know what?
And I'm
Fair
fine.
enough. At that point, that is fair enough.
Do you apply the same thing to like Irish coffee? You're just like, I'll just drink the whiskey.
Oh,
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Caramel latte? I'll just drink the caramel.
drink the
syrup.
caramel.
Yeah, honestly, all of you are joking, but straight up, pretty much, yeah.
You had me at a good Irish whiskey. Just drinking straight caramel syrup, I might be a little hesitant on.
Just
I'll
one of those,
have like a caramel, like one of those
coffee.
sweets.
Mm.
I'll have one of the caramel coffee's candies instead. Or I'm a big Werther's Originals fan. I really love Werther's Originals.
Yeah, those are lovely.
I'm sure it would be a very, very original idea for the three of us Brits to start like a tea and coffee podcast. I feel this is where this is.
Tea Brits teach one Brit what the fuck tea and coffee are.
Bife and Ed drink coffee while Drak just drinks straight whiskey at McDonald's.
I love that.
Feeling great.
This time, Ed is drinking some hibiscus herbal tea, and Bife is sitting there, and he's drinking his lapsang, as always. And this
motherfuckers,
time,
I'm drinking
yet
straight up
again-
white rum. Let's fucking go.
Yet again, drinking to forget about the other two people on this podcast.
I just grabbed the mic off by. Hey, everyone, let's go. The fucking podcast, and I'm shouting like I'm a DJ.
People just going, why didn't they edit this bit out? Like, honestly, this was the most exciting
Like,
bit of the podcast.
listen, if we edit out all of the stuff Drax said, there would be no podcast. He's just talking constantly.
This is
walk, even though they couldn't at that point.
It's the thing that people don't understand. It's the content that comes out spontaneously.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't force that stuff. It just happens. It's why D&D is great, because having a dice roll prompt you for something is an amazing little bit of, you know, it's a great spontaneous cue. You have no idea. Like, it's part of the reason why I like rolling dice a lot for certain things in a character. Like, I've rolled a will save every time with Faroük, because it's like, do I know exactly how an alien bug is going to sit there and think about Faroük coming back? No, not exactly, but I can give the dice a roll to give me a prompt for it. It's like, hey, Faroük is not as scary when someone that Kaivar perceives as a great warrior is currently riding them. So it's like, this is fine. Like, you get the ability to make the prompts, and it gives you the thing.
Yeah.
I'm just very excited now to get to a point where, like, we're starting to really learn each other's characters. Because I'm going to tell you, like, I didn't have a backstory for Chrissy at all when we first started. And now I do.
Now you got a story as
now
well.
I have a story. I'm excited. I think it's going to be really good to just kind of see how everybody kind of clicks and maybe doesn't click,
What a absolutely fucking perfect nat 20 to get on the read fate thing, by the way. God, just...
Yeah.
That was, I'm glad that wasn't my role.
Mm-hmm.
Glad I didn't have... Right?
Yeah. RoBear talks about how oracles are a gift, and I see it now. Like, holy shit. How perfect.
It was funny because Drak actually helped me make Chrysanthemum. Because weird, I'm neurodivergent. I know that's new to everybody, but I don't read things well, and I don't read to understand things well. So I just get, like, I see walls of text and I panic, and then my brain shuts down. But we were talking about it, and I was like, who do I want this to be? I want this to be Billy Porter. What can I see Billy Porter doing? And I was like, oh, he's a fucking oracle. Like, easy. Like, there's nothing else that he could be. And it just...
The fact that it's daytime out there with, like, people doing office work is just the weirdest thing when you're in the zone, like, comfy role-playing fantasy inside of a janitor's closet. With mood lighting, I go out there, it's like everybody's hating their life, literally looking at a spreadsheet. It's like being woke up from the Matrix and having to walk out for a minute and then come back in.
I love that for you. That's great. That's a good reminder that nothing in the real world exists. It's only this.
It's all part
only clockwork dragons. Yeah.
Only.
Mm-hmm. Can you imagine that as well? Just like you're typing in your stuff at your computer, and you are doing as you're doing, hating your day, and then you just hear someone imitating a dragon from the other room, and it's like, at that point, I sit there and I don't even question what I would feel. I would feel jealous. Like, I would feel unbelievably jealous.
The worst part is, my neighbor that we share the vent with, they don't get to hear the processing, so like they just hear snorting and grunting. They've come to terms with it.
What's the guy in Cubicle 7H doing today? It's like, oh well, I don't know, but I mean, I heard a lot of vigorous shouting, and there was this long speech, and then it's just, God fucking damn it, the Windows update happened.
Good shot on that, by the way. I did update that.
Yeah.
I did update that. I was like, yeah, I've been sitting on this for a little bit. Maybe.
That thing was out for blood.
Thanks, Windows 11.
We love you so much.
So, with Myshkin and Farouk's hoods up, we decide to follow Kallisto and Loluphia back to the Amber Forge. As we depart, leaving from this upper midsection of the city, you guys begin to see activity on the outskirts. Sky marshals beginning to flood in to the bazaar. far in the distance, easily 200 feet away. Very typical to be late to the show again. As most folks know, the closer you get to the top in the Cirrus district, the slower it is for any city involvement. Kallisto, you're leading the way.
This will be a world building question for you of how Stormforge is structured, but what strip, for lack of a better term, would a blacksmith or weaponsmith shop likely be?
So the districts within Stormforge function just like clouds. So right now we're inside the Alto Bazaar because we're in the Alto Cumulus, sitting right in the middle. The top poorest district and with the thinnest amount of clouds is the Cirrus district. Cumulonimbus district is the beef of the bourgeoisie, the comfiest, puffiest part of the cloud. You will be down closer towards the actual Thunderhead in the Nimbostratus. Somewhere between Cumulonimbus and Nimbostratus, right before it starts to get into the really heavy mining. Because we're talking about industrial noise and the larger clouds helping dampen that.
Yeah, so I'll be leading you down to that part of Stormforge. I seem very nonchalant, very casual, almost like I memorize the route down here off the top of my head. Loluphia the same. As we lead you, I imagine there are like shortcuts that we know of that can get off the main path.
I was going to say, what way do you want to go? Do you want to take the promenades? Do you want to take the stealthful route? Do you want to do something in between?
I think it'd be stealthful, especially with the added information that this wasn't just like a malfunction of these clockwork soldiers and dragging. This was like a purposeful thing. I think we'd go for the stealthy route to try and avoid any prying eyes.
All right, let's do this. I need everybody to roll a stealth check. We're going to go under a group stealth check. If you guys are wanting to use any kind of magical abilities to aid this, now would be the time to RP it.
Go ahead.
Do I get different stealth because I'm on the back of Faroük?
Good question.
I would definitely... I mean, you were already stealthy?
Well, what's funny is my stealth modifier is +2. Like, I'm small.
Yeah, I would definitely let you roll on Farouk stealth. So he's a +9. I will roll that for you.
Oh, look at that.
Dope.
Ooh,
Dope.
excellent.
Good boy, Farouk.
Good boy, Farouk.
So good.
Because this is a path that Kallisto and Loluphia know, could we get a bonus in that or not?
Oh yeah, I would absolutely let you guys have advantage sneaking around back to the fucking mom's house.
Oh, I've been there.
You know, normally we're sneaking out like this, but I mean, you know.
Oh my!
28.
I know we're in Pathfinder numbers, but holy!
Well, I'm gonna wash my luck on that.
Oh my god, Kallisto and Loluphia ties.
Wow.
We know this path.
The husband and wife race. Yeah. 2 seconds. I need to see if I unstupefy myself. Well, no, that's not the way of doing it. I need to see if stupefy continues to screw with me. This is my last. No, this is 2 of 3. This is second, I think. Okay, so I do actually wash my luck, so I'll roll another stealth check.
For the sake of brevity, when we get to the amber, you will receive your short rest to be able to
Oh, thank God.
to clear your head. 28, 27 plus 28 plus 28 plus 22. Good googly moogly. Look at these numbers. I know it's my D&D brain, but holy shit.
Yeah. I mean, it's still pretty high.
Yeah. Okay. And then there's me, not very stealthy. Here we go.
Do you...
God, it's great for me.
Can I, Oh, yeah, okay, yours is a +3, that's actually... can I try casting Loremaster's Etude on either you or Myshkin, whoever wants it? Basically, if I succeed on it, and get past the flat check, you'd get to roll with advantage.
In this case, I'm not going to let you roll Loremaster because it's literally Kallisto showing us the way.
Fair enough.
And it just doesn't make any sense that you would actually know this pathway. You know a lot about a lot of things, but sneaking into Callisto's parents' house isn't one of them. Yet. You can totally roll it after this venture, though.
Duly noted.
We're in a very good spot. We're 25.3 on the group sneak right now. We're in a very good place.
Yeah.
Gotta love the specifics of that.
I want you to describe to us what it looks like weaving between alleyways within some of the most affluent neighborhoods within the Cumulonimbus district as we've drifted down to the next level.
And again, you can also correct me if this is not the way you imagine this district looking.
Our Frankenstein, not my baby.
Yeah, true. I believe as we go down, it becomes the first thing you probably notice, you probably hear the district before you actually see it as we start approaching. And as we get closer and closer, you can see that things are being packed closer and closer together. More and more buildings are being compacted together, as they're all types of very hands-on businesses there. So like blacksmiths, glass blower, like all the things that they don't want up in the Marken district, or anything that looks. Anything that would cause noise pollution and lower the cost of rent, essentially, they kind of smash and pack in this area, and we're like going sideways between buildings. Sometimes we have to run across boards that connect to rooftops to get to the other side, because that's just closer and faster.
You can smell the spent grains from the breweries and part of the bakeries and the manufacture zones. If you've ever walked through an old downtown where the brick and the cobblestone has gone from the front of florist and small cafes, and now you've led further into the industrial circuit, but the brickwork is still as ornate as it was before. And you could notice there are a lot of hanging gargoyle-like statues, but they're not gargoyles. You can see that there are a lot of elemental affinities and Aarakocra and beasts of the air seem to fill these positions on posts everywhere that you go.
And as we get deeper into this part of the district, the Amber Forge is probably like near or almost dead center of it. And what you see is, like the many other buildings, very ornate brickwork of the shop itself. And say it's most like browns and off yellows, almost golds. And a large door, double door, probably sized to be able to allow like Goliath-sized people in, because that's just the range of customers they end up getting. And hanging from the door is a wooden sign, probably a bit cracked, I think, and with a fairly fresh paint job on it, despite that, of a anvil, and behind the anvil is the quote-unquote silhouette of a sun, and underneath that in common says Amber's Forge. And Kallisto will turn to all of you and say, okay, so when you walk in, introduce all of you. My mum's a bit much, so just heads up. And she will try to feed you. She will just try to feed you. Whether or not you're hungry, she will try to feed you, so don't bother saying no, just accept the food.
Does she offer pixie and sprite sized portions?
Absolutely. Yes, we have all sorts of people coming in for weaponry and repairs. She accommodates for everyone and anyone. It's just that sometimes it's a lot for people who don't see it coming, so I like to warn. And I think as I'm warning everyone, the door bursts open before I can even finish. And you see Ifrit and Amberheart, Kallisto's mum, walk out. And I can give a brief description. She is a chubby black dwarf. From the looks of her, speaking in dwarven terms, she's about in her 260s, like mid 200s. But if you want to imagine her for our human brains, looks like she's about a 40 to 50 year old for a human. Very short, even for a dwarf, but very stocky, very built. She's got short, curly, snow white hair. In a buzz cut, so very short. Honestly, a lot, very, very much like you, Raven, actually, but just snow white, almost very similar to.
So we're hot.
Yes.
Okay, that's all.
Is Chrissy gonna try and romance?
I mean, she can sure as hell try. My mum has a wife, so I don't know how that will work, but she's very boisterous. You can tell from the way she threw open the door, and I think immediately grabs Kallisto and in a hug, and Kallisto immediately bends down to her height, and she's squeezing his cheeks, being like, "I heard what happened in the district. Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yes, Mom, I'm fine." And she'll turn to Loluphia and do the exact same thing, pull Loluphia down and pinch her cheeks, and says, "Again, are you okay? Is everything okay?" And we'll see that we're with other people, and they'll turn to you and just go, "Oh, Kallisto has friends? Okay, come in." And immediately start ushering all of you in. Please. Kallisto doesn't really bring anyone but Loluphia in over. I'm not entirely sure why. Is he? I need to ask you so many questions about him, because I feel like he's very different around me as a mum. I need to know, is he being a good boy outside as well? And Kallisto's like, "It's fine. Mom is fine. Everyone inside, please. At least not do this in public."
Thank you for your hospitality. He will take his
course.
hood off the minute that he steps in.
Now, quick question, since Chrissy is a little renowned, a little bit, not super famous, but to be fair, there's usually even if they don't know what Chrissy does, they probably know of Chrissy because there's not many sprites in,
Yeah.
Stormforge. So, do I know? Do you think that your mom might know me? Do you think I know your mom?
I think so. I think the Amber Forge is not famous. It's not oh my god, everyone knows the Amber Forge. But I think it's very much if someone's like, "Hey, I need a weapon," Amber Forge would be one of the top 5 ones that will come to people's heads to recommend to get a weapon or get their weapon repaired.
I would say that within this city, you share more than likely clients, and you also share the camaraderie of being small business owners within the city, and that in itself is a smaller, tight-knit group.
Okay, so then for flavor, if you don't mind, I think I might say that, like, I don't necessarily know your mom, but we have had very hospitable, encounters before.
Yeah, I think that makes
Okay.
sense.
You've definitely got drinks at Chamber of Commerce, business after hours. 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Easy. Yeah, no, absolutely. Because I am a lush. Actually, I'm a slush, but we're not going to ask what that means.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, I think it would make sense then. It would at the very least be like acquaintances. Like we know
Yeah.
each other, we're within
Yes.
these circles, yeah. So yeah, I think they'll usher everyone in, and then upon seeing Chrissy, it's like, Chrissy, you're friends with Kallisto as well?
That friends, maybe
Yes,
we're
yes,
getting there. We're working on
Okay,
it.
yes. You seem a bit singed. Come inside. I'll make you some food.
Girl, my eyebrows gone.
You still look gorgeous, but if you need a bathing to fix up as well, just let me know. It's just if you go straight down, take a right, then a left, the bathrooms are there.
You can see at the back.
Okay.
Kaivar has suddenly gotten very concerned with the book that's sort of strapped in via his chitin, and he's kind of like not opening it, but he's almost trying to assess what's going on. He took that big bout of flame along with everyone else during the fight. He needs to make sure that this book is in good condition, and it's really suddenly got his concern because it seems clear that he's just realized that this has happened. And so he's sort of staying behind and realizes, oh god, everyone else has gone ahead. And so timidly and slowly approaches the door, book still very much in hands, and sort of looks again past people's torsos and is like, can I'm with them too, I promise. That kind of look.
Kallisto's mother, I think, actually, this is a question for you, Bife. I assume, I might be wrong, but is your do we know of your ancestry? Like, is this
Never seen one of me before.
Never seen it before. Okay, cool. I just want to make sure of that. I think instinctually there's definitely like a oh my from Kallisto's mother upon seeing Kaiva, but I think with your very timid look, her mom instincts immediately switch on and like, it's okay, come in, and I would take one of your hands and lead you inside.
Does she take one of the small hands?
Yeah. You take one of the smaller hands and lead you inside.
This one have seen Great Warrior Kallisto. Yes, he is part of Battle Song. Yes.
Part of Battle Song. I don't know about that, but he does work hard as a warden, if that's what you mean.
Yes. Help defend Kaiva. Yes. And
yes.
Defend. And Kaiva sort of holds up the book, then realizes what he's doing, and very quickly kind of like pulls it close into his chest with his bigger arm as well, and sort of holds it. And he can't hide it at this point. He realizes he's saying a lot, and so he just sort of kind of immediately shuts up about that particular topic of conversation. Name Kaiva is thank you. Yes,
no, Kaiva, it's a pleasure to meet you. And I'll gently, like, with one hand in your hand, I'll take the other one and gently patch the back of your hand just to try and reassure you. Like, it's okay, you're going to be safe here. I'll get you some food. Let me know what you want to eat. I'm Ifrit. I'm Kallisto's mother. Ifrit Amberheart.
Ifrit, yes.
Yes. Now, come, take a seat. And they'll take everyone into the shop. And the front of it is very much kind of like a counter, and behind that is a door where you can hear like the roaring of a flame from a forge, and in front of the counter like several seats and stools and tables for people to sit around and wait for whether their repair is, or just sometimes just sit around and talk, because Ifrit is a bit of a gossip, so she's always happy to talk, and we'll let everyone take a seat before going over to Kallisto and going, what happened? Are you okay? Everyone seems a bit beat up, you included. And Kallisto will go, Yes, Mum. Are you okay? There was some kind of attack in the district. And I turned to Chrissy. The Clockwork Dragon, right? And not built by anyone on Stormforge?
No, it's built by someone in Stormforge.
Oh, okay. That's more worrying. Yeah, Mum. We got attacked by some Clockwork soldiers and a Clockwork Dragon. That's why we're a bit singed. As he lifts his overcoat, you can see the hem of it is slightly burnt and singed. And I think Loluphia would actually do the same. And a look of worry will go across Ifrit's face. Just go, oh, okay, so you all need to be fixed up. Do you need food? Are any of you hungry? I can make something. Yes? What would you like, Chrissy?
Do you happen to have some roasted chestnuts and sap and a little cut of steak? I don't know if you got that. Is that too much to ask? I don't know.
No. That's absolutely fine. I don't know if we have sap. I might need to look if we have any of that in stock. But we definitely have some chestnuts and steak. We can definitely get that sorted. Anyone else? By the way, sorry, I introduced myself to your friend here, Kaifa, but I'm Ifrit Amberheart.
There's a loud rap at the front door.
Kallisto will put a hand
Awkward.
on Ifrit's shoulder. Be like, I'll get it. And I'm gonna walk over to the door and open it a little bit, just enough to look to see who it is. Hello?
Oh, fuck.
As you open up the door, you can see the shine off the helmet of one of the Sky Marshals at your front door. Leather cloak pushed to the side. As you can see, full armor is on, chainmail in between the plates, jetpack on, multiple black powder weapons at their side as they are dressed for combat.
Hello, can I help you?
Simply here for a few questions.
Oh,
As he turns and produces his badge. Agent 178.
I will say this out loud, and I try to say it casually, but loud enough for everyone behind me to say, to hear. Go, oh, Agent 178. Can I ask what these questions are about? We're about to get ready to open up shop.
We have a few questions about a particular design. If we could hold these in confidence, it would be much appreciated.
I think Chrissy at this point kind of flutters and flies up and kind of sits on Kallisto's shoulder. Oh, my dear Skyguard, Agent 178. Is that right? I can see. How about we do this after dinner? I'm hungry. I'm not me when I'm hungry.
Are you the owner, caretaker, or manager of the Amber Forge?
I'm not. I'm a guest, but I'm also very hungry.
I promise. We'll let your company get back to your meals as soon as possible.
I really hope that's true, because again, you're not gonna like me if I don't get my food.
You seem very familiar.
Yeah, hello, everybody knows me. Come on. You don't know Chrysanthemum? Who even are you?
both going to roll a perception check.
Me?
They are going to roll a perception check on you.
Oh, okay, do it.
If you wouldn't mind, I've heard of your services before. You work inside the Alto District. Is
On
that correct?
occasion. On occasion. That is where my base of operations is, if you're asking, but I go elsewhere as needed.
Well, if you haven't heard the news, the district has been closed for investigation. Maybe several hours before the district is open to the public again.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna enjoy some food with some friends.
Love to have a few questions later.
You know where to find me.
He hands you a card.
I take it. And I take it and it's like,
It's massive.
so I'm like this.
There is no pocket you could possibly stuff that into.
Thank you so much for this, Agent. And then I look down. Agent 178, I can't miss it. It's right there. Look. Okay, I'll come find you after I eat.
And with a stroke of genius getting you cleaned up, he does not notice the scorched bits that were displayed before since you cleaned up as soon as you arrived here.
Oof. Good call.
If I could have a few more questions.
He gestures to a conversation outside the door.
To me or Chrissy?
No, with you.
Okay. I will just turn to Chrissy and say, "Yeah, I got this. Just let her know. She'll make you the steak you want."
I nod, but I'm gonna use a cantrip if I can. I am going to use Ghost Sound. And as I nod, like I give Kallisto like the nod, right? And what I want to do is I want it to sound like there is a clattering of boxes and things like that in the alleyway, like further behind the officer.
Clattering of boxes.
Well, like tin boxes, like tin crates and canisters and stuff. I want it to sound like boxes with parts.
Okay.
Are you receiving any deliveries? What's this sound?
And he's going to turn and he's going to try to walk and go around the alleyway, so he steps away from the front door.
Perfect. That gives us a couple of minutes to kind of like get it together.
I will turn around to everyone. Has everyone like cleaned up, or was it just Chrissy that got the chance to?
I think just Chrissy.
Just Chrissy's the only one who's RP'd.
Yeah. I will turn to everyone and go, I think everyone should go to the back. Go into the forge. They just need to talk to Mum.
Warrior, Kallisto, Sky Marshal, to trust or not to trust, yes? No?
I don't know. I've never been a fan of them, but right now we're not in a place to fight them. So I think we should just stay out of sight.
They have no jurisdiction over me. I'm a paying customer.
As that's happening, I'm just like touching people, like on their backs and like using prestidigitation to like get any like soot, ash, like anything like that off.
Myshkin immediately flinches away and just, I've got it, and casts it on himself.
We're in the forge. What?
Really quickly, is my stupefied gone? Have we had chance for the short rest, or is this technically before that?
For the sake of your own sanity.
No. This is
No.
This is good for RP, even if it's still on.
You will. The fog of the encounter will have passed.
Okay.
Still up here, but mechanically you're good.
Sure. Honestly, I'll do that. Kaivar is still very out of it, and he's going to try.
You're coming down. You're coming down.
Kaivar is still going to try and prestidigitation himself, but when he goes to prestidigitation his book, he's not getting it quite as well, and he is looking increasingly more agitated and kind of panicked, and sort of looks in the direction of everyone else and says, friend Chrissy, friend Farouk, friend Kallisto, Cat, yes, Cat, friend Cat, if Kaivar in trouble, please protect, please. And he's holding out the book, and his arms are shaking like desperately. He's quivering at this point.
Chrissy like flutters over and like quickly places a hand on the book and uses prestidigitation to try to get that clean, and nods and like kind of like does a little gentle pat on his small hand and like flies back up. Like it's an affirming gesture. Like, yes, I got you, but like wordlessly, because even though like Chrissy seems calm, cool, and collected, like there's a genuine fear here.
Myshkin looks at the book in your hand, Kaivar, and seeing how much your hands are shaking, just his green eyes rise to meet yours. And he just opens his satchel, and you can see a book inside, burnt, blackened, twisted leather wrapped around what was once probably pristine pages, but they are burnt and singed at the edges. Do you need to hide it?
If Kaivar is asked and they take hide, yes. If they take Kaivar, I can still speak, but quiet in head, yes, and sort of indicates to his own head.
All right. And turning in your direction, Kallisto. Your mother. Will she be all right?
Yes, no, trust me. Honestly, you should be more worried about what she might do to the Sky Marshal if he gets on her nerves. But thanks to Chrissy, we've all been cleaned up and cleared up. But Kaivar, you might, just existing, might raise some questions. Do you want to go and hide in the back?
Kaivar, understanding the nervousness and understanding that they have never seen anything like him before, you're definitely going to agree in that moment. Yes. Kaivar will find place, hide, stay small. Yes.
Yes. I think if Jim will take your hand again, lightly, and lead you to behind the counter to the back, or into the actual forge smithing area.
As you guys begin walking back to the forge, you see 2 sky marshals that are back in the forge inspecting.
Oh, okay. So I think Ifrit would probably walk in first and seeing them quickly stop Kaiva from entering and just gesture to underneath the counter, I think, where she would usually stand to take orders and stuff like that. And just go, hide under there.
Yes. And Kaivar looks down at the Vox and then turns a knob and audibly gets quieter as he's saying this.
Stealth advantage.
Ooh, okay. Keep higher, thank goodness.
Noted.
As this is happening, Farouk, you feel around your wrist a soft, prehensible tail just softly tug it for your attention, and Myshkin moves in very, very close, trying not to be heard by everyone else in the room, but just...
This is more attention than I want. I was promised an ally in the form of you. I was not expecting 5 others for company.
We have done nothing wrong.
All right.
The rest, I can tell, are not used to being around prodding authority. They will pass. We are in the business of a prominent member of society. They will not give these individuals much guff. We can wait them out.
As a local, I trust your judgment. But once this is done, we must talk.
My friend, if we had gone farther up, Sky Marshals would have no problem flipping the place upside down. Consider ourselves lucky. But I don't think that we were followed.
Very well.
Just act calm.
Myshkin stands back and just places his empty wrists underneath his armpits and stands quiet.
Kallisto will so if I see was it Agent 178?
Yeah, I have his card right here.
Is he returning, or is he still trying to investigate?
They are still outside. You don't know what's going on outside.
Kallisto will go back to the door and open up now once Kaiva is definitely safely hidden.
I am flying back up and sitting on Kallisto's shoulder, and I just kind of like lean in, and I say, "You might want me for this. Trust me."
I'm okay. Trust me, they're here for me and my mom, and our expertise in crafting.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna sit here and watch the show then.
Okay.
Like I said, we don't want to disturb your business here today.
Of course. Well, my mum is done with the sword she was forging, so she should be free now to chat. Come on in.
We've seen everything that we need to see from your manifest. If there's anything out of place in your deliveries this week, I would be interested to hear.
I'll loudly turn around and go, Mum, was anything weird that came in during delivery this week? for today. I mean, RoBear, you tell me, was there anything that she would have noticed?
She knows there's been missing parts.
Okay.
And they're odd. It is not a pattern of the same pieces, but odd bits and bobs that have come up short on recent deliveries. Yours to use that information as you choose.
Yeah. I think I asked that, and Ifrit will like open her mouth and then quickly scan over all of us before shaking his head and saying, "No, nothing strange. Why? Something wrong?" And Kallisto will again shout over his shoulder, I don't know. The Sky Marshal here is asking if we found anything odd about our deliveries recently. And then I'll turn back to the Sky Marshal. No, nothing odd. Why?
We appreciate your cooperation. If you see anything, let us know.
Yeah, we'll do.
You can see in the back, the two Sky Marshals begin to exit out of the back. And Agent 178 leaves back through the front.
I think at this point, Chrissy's expression hardens. And he moves and just finds a table and sits. And there is, you can see the calculations going on in his brain, on his face. So, it's true, then. So it's true.
What is true?
What I saw in my vision. I need some time.
Kallisto would turn to his mum once he's sure that the Sky Marshals have gone and said, "You're not great at lying, at least not to me. Has something been happening with the deliveries recently?" And Ifrit would say, Yes, I just assumed maybe it wasn't a good idea to tell the authorities. Things have been going missing. I assumed it was you with your little crafting project every so often, but from your expression, I'm guessing not. And Kallisto shakes his head. No, I haven't taken anything, at least not anything I haven't told you about. Just the basics for maintenance, and he points at his holsters of his pistols. Anything in particular that's gone missing? Ifrit kind of looks confused and says, no, like weirdly enough, no. Very random odd bits and pieces. Nothing that hampered my ability to fulfill orders, so I never talked about it, never brought it to authorities. But hearing about the situation you all ran into, I'm starting to be worried that it might be connected. And she'll be looking at Chrissy as she says that.
Chrissy is... There's this aura around him at this point, and it just starts to envelop him, and his eyes that are silver go white and roll as he clutches onto that silver teardrop at his neck. And the staff that he wields in a small pocket is now extended and laying over his lap. And he is working. For real. This isn't the swindle that he sometimes does. He is reaching out to the furthest corners of space and meditating.
Are you trying to reach your muse?
Not necessarily. I'm
Okay,
open
just trying to meditate on.
Yeah, I'm meditating.
Okay.
I'm trying to, piece together a timeline. I am open to my deity or my curse, my muse speaking with me if they so choose. But right now, like, what I was given was very important, and I'm trying to figure out some more of those details. I'm not expecting to be able to do that, but just for purposes of who Chrissy is as a person, he is trying desperately to just either find more information or something. Like there is a slight desperation here, even in his very tranquil state.
Occultism check.
Perfect.
See, Myshkin, what did I tell you?
That story!
That's a nat 20!
Good God.
Oracles are a gift.
That's a nat 20. I'm sorry, baby. My daughter's in here, so she saw me get excited and she's like, it's okay. We're playing a game.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
By the way, Ed, did we lose you? Are you still here?
I think you might have lost him.
Still in Discord, but not in.
I don't know if you can
thing.
hear. Don't know if you can hear us there, or if we can hear him at least. I don't know.
Just like I said, Myshkin.
Chrissy.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I'm here. Hi.
As your eyes go stark white and you concentrate, and you let the curse guide you. You take the back side of that card and you begin to take a charcoal pencil to the back of it as the curse manifests through your body. As you sketch out this office. As a picture perfect as you saw it inside your mind. By the time that you are done with your charcoal drawing, there is, without a doubt, a clear identification of where to find this office. As you create not only a visage of the front of it, but a map down through the mechanical chambers of the mine of where to go to get there.
She's working. I think we'll have answers before we know it.
Out of nowhere, Chrissy snaps out of it and like, it's here. And he lifts up the card, and there's just this detailed map with landmarks and everything of how to get to this place, as well as this office in which the answers are contained in. And the photos on the walls, there's the desk, everything that's there in its exact place as I have seen it. And I slide it across. And from there, I'm exhausted. I just kind of like lean forward. I'm sitting on my knees and my legs are splayed out, so my ankles are on either side of my knee, and I'm heaving. I'm still trying to catch my breath as I brace myself on my hands on this table.
Seeing you have trouble breathing, I will gently put my hand over towards your hand, and I will help manifest Lily. As you can feel those small little paws rest up as the fireflies coalesce and Lily's body forms down below.
I don't look up, but there's this thrum of warmth coming from my hand as a thank you, as I just use my other hand to reach out and press it against the forehead of this corgi. And there are tears that pool beneath me that are silver and don't necessarily reflect the light, but they themselves are filled with speckles of light. And I just kind of collapse onto Lily's forehead. And he just kind of gently takes me and places me on his back. And I'm conscious. I can hear, but there is a momentary lapse of sight as my eyes are still white. And I just lay there.
You'll be fine. I promise. Just need some rest. These things can take a lot out of a person.
He is an oracle.
Indeed. I know we have come together through fast battle bonds. Whether you believe or choose not to believe in the divination, irregardless, you have seen it in front of your own eyes. These are the things that our own city government tries to miss. There's no dismissing this. What speaks through him? Whatever it is, beholds truth. Whatever gathered us in the Alto Bazaar deeper than fate.
You hear very faintly from a very exhausted Chrissy, who is still white-eyed It is of design. This is a necessity. Believe me, don't believe me. But this is the blessing of my tribe.
For God's sakes, do you still have him stuffed back there in that cabinet?
I assume you mean Kaiva, right?
Yes.
I think Ifrit would be like, oh, yes, and rush over to open it up. You can come out now. Everything's clear.
Oh, yes. Kaivar will crawl out of the cupboard and sort of walk over. And seeing Chrysanthemum and how he's still in that trance almost, will sort of walk over and with very curious eyes get very close and kind of like peer around them, sort of observing as much as he can, almost totally fascinated, drawn in by all of this.
I just like to mention a quick retcon because Sam let me know. When I described Ifrit pinching Loluphia's cheeks, she does not do that because she's aware that Loluphia is not a fan of that, and she will definitely respect that. But she definitely pinches Kallisto's cheeks. She doesn't care. She doesn't care about that. We just want to add that retcon because there's a character trait I don't want to trample.
Mm-hmm. Mum privileges.
But yeah. Okay, well, it seems this is a lot of extra information, but we're definitely not in a place to do anything about it right now. And I kind of gesture to Chrissy, who seems very not... They seem very preoccupied with not their oracle things, and the fact that we're all just kind of scorched and still injured. Just goes, if we want a place to stay and recuperate, we have a guest room upstairs. We had a bit of a squeeze, but we could fit everyone there. But again, if you have a place to go, don't feel obligated to stay here. And Ifrin's like, yes, any friend of Kallisto is a friend of mine. My home is your home.
Farouk. You speak of fate. Belief, not belief. I do not know where I fall, but I came here in search of you. And though we are still but strangers, I do not think it simple coincidence that you are one of the first people I should meet in a place I do not know. I go where you go, for now, until my work here is done. Do you trust? And he looks at the direction of the oracle lying on the back of the corgi, and then back at you, Farouk. You trust his word?
I do. I've worked many days. Danced many dances. Chrysanthemum speaks the truth when he speaks. Shall we get some air for a second? Myshkin?
Please.
Understanding that the conversation and the purpose of everything is really sort of tilting towards destiny and the reasons why everyone's here, Kaivar is going to more closely examine what's happening with Chrysanthemum, is it alright if I roll an occultism check?
Go for it. Oh, it's your first time with a Ouija board.
Nope. The true depth of everything that's going on is still totally mysterious to Kaivar, but from the great archive of knowledge that he's got access to, and with the recall of everything that he already knows, he understands that there is purpose here, and not just for one person experiencing a vision, but for everyone in proximity.
Can I just say for flavor, you may know that the teardrop that he wears is from a very specific Sprite tribe that is millenniums old. And their sole purpose is to be a voice for the cosmos.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, you would know that. Well, you see, like this, I don't know how much you would know of that.
I'd know how I could know that in character. That's perfect with a high roll in the occultism check, too.
Yeah, I would think that you would know that there's a very specific tribe of pixies that are very few and very far between. And they are literal messengers of the heavens.
Yes. Yes, knew it when Kaivar first saw this one. Yes. Fate, weaves. Fate weaves around this one, yes. Where this one goes. Greatness, sorrow, victory, failure, purpose, destiny, yes. All follow, yes. Kaivar's search for great warriors, great heroes. This Kaivar's purpose. Kaivar will follow.
Kaivar's going to open the book again, and this time he's going to offer out. I don't know if Chrissy is in a kind of lucid enough state, but he's going to hold up the book and offer it to Chrissy for her to place her hand upon it. Sorry, excuse me.
It's okay. I know, listen, very androgynous, both work, but, you know. Chrissy is lucid enough, even though, and his sight is slowly starting to, come back, but he just reaches out a hand and will place it on the book.
Describe how it looks, considering that you've seen how it's changed before, and that it seems to take on characteristics of something that's going on with your mind. Imagine it almost as though it's transferring into the book. There's no direct picture or anything, but there is metaphor within what's formed, if that helps you get the description.
It is unending. There's just this vastness that is beautiful and littered with things that shine and twinkle and glisten, and there are celestial bodies in every form, in a myriad of different colors, and there are constellations that look like they then transform into faces and speak on the back of a weighted breath. There is wings of all shapes. Dragonfly, butterfly, even the occasional bird that match the vast landscape of space dust and particles and stars. And there is the teardrop that falls from the face of this deity onto a petal, and on that petal unfurls a pixie. In this particular case, it is Chrysanthemum. But at that time, His name may have been different.
And you can sort of see that unfolding on the page, and the striking thing is the contrast. All the others are fairly uniform. That sort of insectoid membrane that has cast across all of them, all with different shades. It's almost as though someone has put a sepia tone on the rest of the book, except for the page that you've touched, which you can feel is heavy with thought and color and depth. And as this sort of bleeds out to the edges of the page in completion, the book almost seems to slightly shudder and react. It's not an ominous shuddering. You can tell something has slightly changed, at which point Kaivar will take back the book and observe for a few moments and then gently close it. And sort of...
This gift of song. Yes. You join battle song. Yes.
Yes. It looks, Kaivar, like you will be ready sooner than later.
This one, Kaivar, yes. He will try, yes.
To try is to do.
You see
And
kind of like...
Chrissy falls out. Yeah, no, Chrissy just falls out. Chrissy now falls asleep. Like, that is like the last thing that he gets out before he falls asleep on the back of Lily.
Yeah, at first hearing a very confident sort of sudden pose in Kaivar, you can tell that that's sort of lifted his spirits. Watching you pass out immediately just rubs that, and there's some concern, but he realizes you've collapsed on Lily.
Yes.
Then looks down at Lily and addresses Lily directly.
Great warrior. Lily. Defend this one. Yes. You understand, yes?
You get cold nose.
Yes. Good.
Looks up at Myshkin, looks down at Lily.
Good. Cat, yes. Good cat, yes.
Kallisto, have you guys gotten a spread on the table of some things to eat and drink?
So I feel like at this point, especially after seeing the first instance of Chrissy almost collapsing, Ifrit would have like grabbed Kallisto by the hand and been like, "You're being a terrible host. Come help me get the food out," and like drag me out into the kitchen to start getting out food. And I think as that's happening, Loluphia would have approached Ifrit and just asked, "Where is Ziva? Is he okay? Is he safe?" And Ifrit would have nodded and said, "He's fine. He's over at our friend's house. He'll be back maybe in an hour or two." And I think this entire time there was a level of tenseness in Loluphia, the way Loluphia was holding herself, but it dissipates a little bit as she hears this news before she takes a seat and from the messages I've been getting from Sam and seeing in chat, glares at Chrysanthemum.
I am going to swipe a smoked sausage off of one of those boards, and just like one hand swipes it, immediately goes into the stone ground mustard, ripped right through my orcish tusks, and I'm gonna grab I imagine inside the forge we probably have some dank ass tankards.
These are so my parents are two dwarves. They know how to drink, and they've got some good drinks for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna take whatever ale has been provided for us on the table, and after I've crushed that sausage in one hand, I'm gonna begin packing a long stem pipe, and I'm going to nod for Myshkin as I'm gonna throw my hood up to walk outside the front door to go have a smoke.
seeing this, and has Myshkin seen any of the interaction between Kallisto, his mum, and Loluphia?
I'd say so. It's not hidden or anything. This is very much like they're moving around like they're at their home, because it kind of is.
So he sees the large orcish individual stepping out and looking back at the spread and the unconscious Chrysanthemum and Kaivar and Kallisto and Loluphia and Ifrit. Myshkin just looks in the direction of the dwarfish host and just said,
You have a lovely home. Thank you.
and just steps out before receiving a response, still keeping his hood up.
As we've stepped outside, Farouk snapping his fingers and having that small ignition off the top of his index finger as he dips it towards the pipe, shaking his finger off to fade the flame away. Taking a long, suspicious draw before he offers it back your way.
I am all right, thank you. I like to keep a clear throat.
Understood. Our mutual friend, Brudar. When was the last time that you saw him?
Been 5 years ago, when we were on the Skyfather's steps.
He's spawned quite the empire these days.
He was the first I heard of this place, Stormforge. He told me if ever I should find myself here, I should find allies, and that one such ally would go by the name of Farouk.
Took a man such as him, that far into the sciences, to believe and break bread with a divination invested sun worshipper like myself. But ale has a way of bonding individuals, and certainly does with the Dunvoken, does it not?
I must confess that, in our fairly limited time together, I do not have the luxury of trusting people, but I came to, grow fond of him, and therefore his recommendation of you I take very seriously, but this,
And he looks towards the forge before looking back.
You know.
I do not.
Go ahead.
This is a new place for me, and I do not know who I can trust. And in truth, Farouk, I see your magic, and I see your divination, and I see your allies lying unconscious on the table. I see his magic too, but I do not know if I can trust you. I am sorry for that, but
This is understandable.
I trust you because Buddha trusts you. Now, these people have already, in a matter of hours, attracted attention that I do not want, and I see from your hood, and he nods towards your horns. You are an individual who is not unfamiliar with wishing to remain off the grid, so to speak.
I simply choose when I fight my battles, Myshkin. Today is not the day to evangelize. Today is a day to keep your head low. And while it may bring comfort to them that I wear my hood, I still understand what they think. It's an important distinction. Most of these people mean well, Myshkin, but they have priorities like any city. I'm sure we will have many conversations to come with what opportunity you seek in Stormforge. But no doubt you have had these conversations with Brudor about what they think of wizards like yourself.
And I have seen it with my eyes today. Technology. Mechanisms I do not fully understand, and even our host.
He put their faith in the sciences here. There's no doubt. And they want to trust only those in which magic manifests directly within them. But yet they don't believe. When these miracles will manifest because of divination behind them? Just because I believe in something that is greater than myself? Just as you believe in the greatness of the magic that you wield?
What I wield is not. But I take your point.
Always keep your head on a swivel, Myshkin. And to that fact, that charcoal drawing, I regret to inform you that that's a Skylark office. I've seen it before. It's not Brudor's office. Brudor has a large company these days. And I believe our friend may be compromised. I'm telling you this with confidence, since you have given me yours.
And I thank you. Do you know where he is?
I do not. But we'll need to find out, and we'll need to find out soon. For his sake and ours.
Farouk, I I cannot tell you all of the reasons that I am here, and I am sorry for that. You seem open. You seem open and you seem honest. But I do want to thank you for putting up with my standoffishness and your information as well. I thank you.
You are not the first new person to walk into my city, Myshkin. And if you were to display and lay out your cards in full, you would be one of much rarity. I appreciate what you've given me. And I appreciate you standing by my side, for your actions speak louder than your words. Sun shines on the actions of all and brings light to the truth. Let us find the truth in what has happened into our friend's company. I believe we both owe Brudar that.
Well, you speak of light. For now, let us step into it and see where it leads.
Indeed.
He's gonna nod and empty his pipe and open up that front door and take steps back in.
Myshkin, after a glance around at this strange environment and the people within it, brings an empty wrist up to the two pendants that hang around his neck, nestled beneath his mangy white fur, and underneath the battered, tattered, purple scarf. And he will follow.
The ale is fantastic. Thank you.
It's my pleasure. It's the best we have. I'm sorry we couldn't get better, but I can't actually get my wife off the ale. She's been drinking a bit too much. She's been great for waking up in the next day for work. Is everyone okay? Does anyone need anything else? I can get Kallisto to get anything else from the kitchen. And Callisto's like face, like mouth stuffed with food, and he just looks up like, me? Yeah, I can get anything else we need.
You are an excellent host. I am fine with this bread and water.
Kaiva favorite is kite and feed, yes, but Kaiva will eat any food, yes.
Hey, do you say kite and feed? I don't think we have any of that. I suppose the closest I have is the roasted chestnuts that I was going to get Chrissy, though Chrissy seems indisposed. Does he need a bed? We can bring him upstairs to get some rest.
Kaiva not take food from Chrissy, yes. Kaiva will other food, yes.
Yes, there's some sausages, I've got some bread. It seems like your friend Myshkin here is going to be eating that for the most part. I can definitely get some more. We've got... And does input a bunch of different foods. I think they're a big eating family. So they have a wide spread of... I think even culture-wise, the food is pretty widespread as well. Majority definitely like classic dwarven food, but you've got some elven, and honestly, like probably I think Ifriti food as well, like the spicy foods from Ifriti culture.
That sausage was on point. Had just the right amount of paprika and red pepper.
I'm gonna
Kaivar's going to try some of the spicy sausage, you know? Like, he's just going to give that a go. However, I'm going to roll a fortitude save.
Yeah.
When you go to snap into the Slim Jim, you guys hear over loudspeakers.
Attention, citizens of Stormforge. An immediate curfew will be going in place in 30 minutes. Immediate curfew in 30 minutes.
I think Loluphia and Kallisto both immediately look at each other in that moment and then look to Ifrit. And I think Ifrit shares the same sort of worried look as Kallisto says, Ziva's still out with friends. Is he going to be staying over there or? And I think Ifrit says, it's fine. He'll be fine. He's at their friend's place. I'm sure they'll allow him to stay for a while. But I think Kallisto and Loluphia are still kind of antsy as they sit at the table. And now I think don't continue eating. They're a bit too anxious at that announcement.
Staring out the windows, you see sky marshals clearing the streets for the first time in the Nimbus district ever. And that is where we will pick up next week.
Ooh.
In the Amber Forge under lockdown.
Ooh. I'm so glad everyone is alive.
Yeah.
I really did not know.
Honestly, all things considered, health-wise, we did pretty okay. Like, we took some big hits, but because we had such good heals in as well, we ended up leaving.
The heals were huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally enormous.
Nice when you got two healers.
Yeah.
But then again, I got crit daddy today, so.
Listen, Chrissy's just doing Chrissy. Don't worry about it. Mind your business.
It's like really story relevant nat 20s. It's really
Right? That was
Yes.
wild.
In fact,
That was
two
wild.
relevant nat 20s.
Yeah.
So good.
So
Oh my god.
I flipped a coin over here, Ed. And I flipped to see whether I was going to ask you to bolt with me.
To what, sorry?
I was going to ask when we stepped outside if you wanted to run.
Ooh.
I flipped a coin on it. And instead Farouk's going to play it cool.
That's very interesting. I loved the opening. Want some weed?
Do we know that it's do we know that it's good old fashioned pipe weed or is it tobacco? Like are we where are we drawing that line? Because Kaivar would very much like to know. I think Kaivar is down for trying everything.
It is very, very strong tobacco.
Oh, excellent.
Fortitude save.
Yes, no. Before we do that, for the spicy sausage.
Yes, please.
I want to know how Kaivar handles spice, so I'm gonna roll.
Yeah, we need to know. We need to know the Slim Jim check.
The answer is about as well as a pasty white guy like me might.
I will say Lily is probably like patiently waiting for like a slice of something to come his way.
Oh
just,
my
like,
god.
Snapping.
I
snagging it.
wasn't even thinking I should have been funneling food over underneath the table for the last half hour.
That's okay.
Ifrit would have full on just gotten a plate and set a plate down for Lily. Like, they're like, anyone who's not my family is a guest here, and I'm going to treat them as such, including your pet dog.
You did so good. You had to play like 5 characters tonight. You were awesome. You were awesome, Drak.
Thank you.
Seriously.
Thank you. I had like Ifrit, how Ifrit as a person was planned out. Like I had a whole doc and everything written out. So I knew that like off the top of my head. But playing Loluphia, I was like, because I had the pressure of not letting Sam down.
You weren't gonna.
At least with Ifrit, I can be like, if I say something that's wrong, I can be like, no one knows it's wrong, so it's canon now.
Can I just say, I've never met anyone's mum in D&D before, but this is the most wholesome introduction to one's mum I think I've ever seen. Like, this is
It's so
fantastic.
good.
I'm scared.
Most
Why
of
are you scared?
most of my parents in D&D have been pretty awful statistically. Usually it's only the grandparents that are worth a shit in my campaigns. So it's good to have a set of wholesome fucking parental units.
I purposely was like, I don't want to have like my parents died in a tragic fire, or like my parents abused me as a child. I was like, no, they're just really good parents.
Just wholesome.
Yeah.
If it's okay, I am gonna get going a little bit sooner than I would usually because I have a tiny dog here that needs to go out, so I will be right. I will.
Bye, tiny
Oh,
dog.
Turbo Snugs.
Turbo dog needs to go, but yeah, I will catch you all very soon.
Oh, we're gonna wrap it
Amazing
all up. It was awesome. I'm so ready for
Yeah,
curfew.
I'm so excited.
We got a sleepover built in.
Yeah.
Built-in sleepover. You can't go anywhere, Michigan. We're stuck in here. You're gonna have to play Smash Brothers and Mario Kart with us, whether you want to leave or not. I love it. You guys are awesome. We'll see everybody next week. Catch you guys next Tuesday or Wednesday.
Bye. Bye.
session. Bye.
Bye.